You're listening to the Main Event Moto podcast.
Ooh-wee. Time for episode number 181 of the Main Event Moto podcast. It's going to be a good one. Huge shout out, Fly Racing, Mika Metals, No Toil, EMT Racing, Viral Moto, Old Meat Creations. Thank you guys so much. And of course, motosport.com. We're giving away a gift card today, Joe. Yeah. All American Chevy of Colleen, screen printing done. Guts Racing, Scott USA. Got our Scott USA prospect listener questions are back. DRS suspension with Race Tech and Blenzall. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the show. It's 181. What up, Joe?
What up?
You looking good?
Oh, feeling good.
I would say, which one's more powerful at the moment, the looks or the feels?
Oh, always the feels.
Okay, I think you're looking good right now.
Thanks, bro.
You're looking different.
Thanks.
I've never seen this combo on you. Fully blossomed. Yeah. I've seen both, but I've never seen them together. I like it.
Yeah.
Dan, do you like it?
Oh, it looks super mature.
Hell yeah.
The Toolman Dan is back in the studio, Joe, and he thinks you look good too. But Joe, doesn't he look mean? I don't know why. Just don't give me any dirty looks, because with that thing you got going on,
you don't have any. That beard is dark, Dan.
Dude, I got like 3 or 4 peeking through.
Dude,
yeah,
I'm all like Sean Connery up in
Are you?
here. Yeah.
Oh,
here's the
hey,
difference.
whoa, hold on.
You got hair,
R.I.P.
Joe.
R.I.P. Sean Connery, dude.
Yeah.
Come on now. Do you know that, Dan?
Yeah.
Okay, you looked at me like you didn't know.
I was getting ready to talk about Joe's hair.
All right, go ahead. Hey, Sean Connery, you got to pay your respects.
Ah, dude, come on.
I
get it.
He's in the greatest movie ever produced. The Rock.
This is true.
With Nicolas Cage.
Dude, that is one of my all-time favorite movies.
It is a good movie.
Oh, Joe asked me the other day what my favorite movie was.
Yeah.
That's one of them.
The Rock's up there?
Yeah, I love it.
I said, what's your favorite movie, and why is it Fast and Furious 3, Tokyo Drift?
Dude, Joe, I went through a Nicolas Cage thing where
Yes, you did.
It was Con Air, The Rock,
Face Off.
and Face Off. Dude, just Nick Cage just was putting them out.
And those
left
Declaration
and
of Independent movies.
Oh, those are.
So what's my favorite movie, Joe?
Best.
Shit, I forget.
Come on, Joe.
What is it?
What is it? What do you think it is? What do you think my
Oh, it was
Hold on.
Shooter.
That's number 2.
That's number 2?
Yeah,
Okay.
I could see that. Hold on.
Your favorite movie?
I don't know, Saving Private Ryan or something.
I bet you Bad Billy could do it.
Tombstone or no? What do you?
Winners take all.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot you said
on.
that. That's right. I forgot you said that in the thing.
Did you watch it, Joe?
I feel like that doesn't count. That's in its own special category. It can't go with.
I feel like I've seen parts of it.
You need to watch the whole thing.
Yeah,
it's
people
epic.
have said that before.
Well, Dan, welcome back.
Yes,
it's gonna be a good show. It's gonna a lot of stuff to give away today. We're gonna get to that later, everybody. This is the official Santa Claus show, I guess. I have a lot of things to give away to a lot of people who contributed to Jacob's fundraiser. You guys knocked it out of the park. We're actually going to get him on here in just a few minutes so I can check on him. He had that second surgery. I think he's doing better now, Dan. He had a rough go right out of the get-go. I'll let him explain what they did, but it was pretty dramatic, and he had a rough 24 hours, but he's feeling better. He said he can come on today. And I don't know if he's coming up for Thanksgiving just yet. He says car rides are still bad. But you know how it goes. You got that week or two, man, where you just don't really want to get up and go. So,
dude,
timing-wise...
We seriously have the best listeners, I think.
Oh, no, they're the best,
ever.
Joe. And psychopaths, right? Yep. Absolute crazy psychopaths you guys all are. I'm floored. You know what? I said it, though, Dan. It's like, this is the community, though. The Moto community, we're a weird bunch.
Yeah.
And even when we all argue and fight, we got, we're just a big, goofy family. But when it comes time, dude, we come through. And again, I'm blown away with what you guys did. Jacob is, I'll let him tell you, he's very grateful. And we're going to give away some stuff. I got my sheet here of everybody who donated. And we are going to do some unique randoming. Dan, I have everyone's names all in this sheet thing with numbers. We're just going to go throughout the show and pick these numbers randomly, and if you get it, you get it. And for those of you who did donate $100 or more, you get more than just one shot at too. You got in there a couple times in the draft. Yep. So better odds. But Joe, let's just get Jacob on first. Take care of him so he can go night because it's probably tired time for him. So let's get him on right now. Jacob, you there?
I'm here.
What's up, buddy?
What's happening?
How you feeling today?
I'm just going over Daniel Blair career highlights, honestly, just kind of getting some inspiration and kind of figuring out my next move.
Career highlight. So you found a 30-second clip out there somewhere?
I mean,
30 seconds is being a little rich.
In 1999, we raced the 125 West SX, and we
right.
finished 42nd overall.
Yeah, it was a tough year. I was
and
16.
then we backed it up the very next year with a 38th, so we improved.
Yeah, I was a minor both years, buddy. Unlike you, I started my Supercross career before I turned 30, so...
Like I said, we're looking for motivation because we only got better.
All right. Hey, I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about you. How you feeling, man? For real. You better than you were this morning?
It just goes in spurts, to be honest. I mean, it doesn't feel good when you see someone you haven't seen in a little bit and they're like, wow, your leg looks messed up, you know? And it's like,
I do think it looks better than the first time, though. A lot better.
It does. It looks straight. Supposed
hey, that's a good sign. Hey, we're on our way,
that's a
right?
great sign. Like I really didn't pay any attention to it. I was just so caught up in getting the bone healed and the trauma of it all. So I didn't even pay attention. But then like you started, like I would look at pictures and I'm like, wow, that doesn't look good. And then now after going through the final surgery and looking at it, it's like, wow, it was messed up.
Yeah.
Dude, Jacob, you told me that you were getting a nail put in your leg.
You did.
Dude, that is not a nail.
Yeah,
that is
steak.
a
That's a steak.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm imagining like a little baby nail, like that you hang like a picture frame from. Dude, they put a like a fence post through his leg.
Dude, I swear to God, I thought it was going to be just like just a little finishing nail, dude. No, that thing's like goddamn, yeah.
No, it's brutal. When I went into the reconstructive orthopedic specialist, he goes, yes, when I remove the plate and all the screws, I'm putting a nail in your femur. I said, you mean rod? He goes, no, I mean nail. I said, are you thinking a nail is a rod? Or like, are you talking about a nail? He said, no, I'm talking about a nail. I said, I mean, dude, when you say nail, like, I'm just imagining all kinds of nails. Like, there's all kinds of nails out
there. There's different sizes. Yeah, well, they ordered the big one for you.
Don't blow me out, dude. Like, give me something that's sizable, you know?
That'd be good if you had something sizable. Anyways, let's... What? I mean, for strength, for his leg. Right?
Of course.
That's I mean, for like leg strength.
For his third leg.
Yeah.
Not for my height, right?
No. Hey, so let's kind of run through this real quick for everybody. We've glanced over your timeline here, but May, was it, when was it? Early 14th. May? Oh, all right, he knows the day. May 14th, you went down at State Fair and femur breaks, compound, and I just got to ask, like, what were you thinking when you first knew it was not in your skin? Because I'm pretty tough. I've been banged up. I've had surgeries, but I'm a little weak with some things. And that thought and that image to me makes me nauseous. I know you were in a tough situation at the moment, but what did you think when you looked down and she was sticking out?
I just landed, like, once the whole crash kind of got over. I mean, you know, Daniel, you've raced, like, when you're crashing, everything's just kind of happening. It's fast, and then you stop, and it's like, okay, what's wrong with me? Like, you go through a body check, right?
Yep.
And I immediately knew something was wrong with my leg. I looked down at my leg, and the tib fib, like, below the knee was at a weird angle to the left that doesn't look natural. So I immediately picked it up and just moved it straight. I don't know if that was just my natural instinct or what, but I immediately just picked my, like, around my calf muscle up and moved it straight. And
hey,
then
Joe, I don't know about you, but my natural instinct is to not move. Dude, he just grabs it, picks it up, moves it. Like, are you with me? Like, you're not moving, right? I don't move. When I'm down, I don't move. If it's at all pain, whatever, I don't move. I wait. So
the flagger came over immediately and goes, "Are you good?" I said, "No, you need, like, I'm being, like, as I'm telling you guys this, I mean, I'm sure I'm speaking louder, but I literally said, no, I'm not good. I've broken my femur. You need to call the ambulance." And then, you know, luckily that day there was a bunch of other riders and a lot of my long-term friends. My previous trainer, Seth Rarick, was there. So they came over. They're like, "Are you good?" I said, "No, I've broken my femur and it's out of the skin." They're like, "Dude, there's no way. Like, you're not even tripping." And I said, "No, you get the ambulance here now." So the ambulance show up. I lay there the whole time. I I just told myself, like, dude, this is going to be brutal, but you just try as hard as you can to be as calm as possible. Like, if I started hyperventilating, freaking out, or trying to wiggle around, like, that was just going to make everything that much worse.
Right.
I know everything was bad already. I don't know, like I said, what came over me, but I was extremely calm. And the ambulance got there, and he's like, "What's going on, man?" I said, "You need to get these pants off, and dude, I need to get in the ambulance now." And he goes, "Okay." So he cut my pants off, and then they had a little bit of problem getting my knee braces off. But as soon as they got the knee braces off, Kenny Day, that works for Alpine Star, was kind of propping me up. Like, I wasn't laid flat on my back. I was kind of propped up.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "Don't look, dude." I said, "No, I have to see it. I have to."
Oh, man.
And I just glanced up because everyone was kind of crowded around. And I glanced up, and all I could see was the top of my bone white.
Oh.
And I just said, "I can't look again." And I just laid back.
Oh,
I said, "Don't let me look." So they stuck a hat in
So
front of
you
my
needed.
face.
So you had to take a peek, though. You had to know.
Boy.
I had to know what was happened, like what had happened. You know what I mean? Like, I had to know. I had to visually see it for myself. So I glanced, saw the white bone, and that was. I didn't look at it long. It was just a quick glance, and then I said, "Cover my face up." So they covered my face up, and it was traumatic, man. Like, it was brutal.
Yeah, you sound so calm, but I know that day wasn't that way. I mean, Brock Tickle, I mean, I was talking to him throughout it. He was the only one responding that was with you that day. So I had an idea of what was going on. I didn't know it was compound until later when I talked to Jamie, but just that part of it. I've broken both femurs, so it's like, I get it.
And
But
apologize to you. Like,
Why?
I haven't ever verbally apologized to you because I specifically said there was 2 phone calls that needed to be made before the ambulance got there, and there was 2 phone calls that were made before the ambulance got there, and
I wasn't
the
one
first
of them.
was Jamie, and the second was Daniel. And I got Seth Rarick to call you or Brock, and you asked to speak to me, and I said, "No, I don't want to speak right now," because I only spoke to Jamie for probably 30 seconds. I couldn't put into words what was happening, and I just wanted to stay, like, I didn't want to get caught up in talking about it again. You know what I mean? I was going through it, so I didn't want to talk about it.
I know why
So,
you didn't
I
want to talk
literally
to me,
said,
Joe.
"No, I don't want to talk to Daniel."
You know why? Because I would ask you, "So what's the plan? What are we doing next?"
Yeah.
You're like, "Dude, my skin's through the bone, bro. I'm not ready yet." I'd have been like, "What's the plan? When are you gonna be back?
so-
What'd they say? What's the recovery date?
Seth
Can
was
you
like,
ride?"
"Yes." So he doesn't want to talk to you, but he made me call you. So I think you were tripping, and there was a whole confusion. But I've never heard because I meant to talk to you. I was just going through a lot.
All right. Well,
Hey, Jacob.
I'm not really upset about it. I didn't even remember that till now. So I guess that's cool.
So you're not going to accept my apology?
No, I do.
So,
I accept
you know
it. I
what?
guess
Never
I
mind.
just
take it back. It's
You
all
No,
right.
selfish asshole.
I accept
Jacob.
it. I just don't really. I don't feel the need to be apologized to. It's all right, buddy. I
Daniel
know.
was going through a traumatic experience too, so he doesn't even remember what happened.
Yeah, it was dramatic.
Hey, Jacob, can you tell us exactly like what happened or how it happened or why it happened?
So State Fair had been the same pretty much at the start of 2020. I had done numerous laps out there, as most people had. It was a Supercross triple, a 90 left, and then it was a small double, and then a triple, double. And you went double, and then you landed off of a high landing, like a 5-footer, and then you went from a 3-footer over a 5 to a 3, and then you went from a 3-footer to a 5-footer landing. So is everyone with me?
Yep.
So it went double.
Sorta.
The landing was getting kind of chewed out a little bit. I mean, it's Supercross. Everyone's trying to land in the exact same spot to get the seat bounce because the lift off the face was not that much. And all day, when you left the takeoff of the triple and seat bounce, it came up short a little bit. Like it just, on a 250, it was what it was. And the landing wasn't sharp enough to even upset the motorcycle. Like, you just kind of pushed through with your legs and your body and then just tripled again. Well, for whatever reason that lap, I landed and the rear tire just never set back down. I don't know what happened, to be honest. It caught me by surprise. I think it happened so quick. So when I landed, I went to push through with my legs. And then, like I said, the front end or the rear end just never set back down, and it just kicked me forward. And I knew immediately I had to get away from the motorcycle. So I tried to step through the bars. And at that point, when I stepped through the bars, the bike hit me in the ass, and I went feet first into that next landing of the triple, which was the 5-footer, and I went feet first into the landing, and then the bike kind of compressed with me, and it just went from, I mean, I would say I was probably going anywhere from 35 to 40 miles an hour to stopping, and I don't think your body is meant to do that.
No. It's not. Okay. We'll move through the events then. You have surgery. It's obviously, I mean, it's like ER. You're rushed to this thing. I mean, I guess looking back now, do you think it was just the dramatic circumstances, or was it just not put together? I mean, what ended up causing all these problems, you think? Because, I mean, long story short, the plate and the screws break off. It's not right. Everything's wrong. It's got to all be redone. But was it just like because of how, I mean, the situation I guess, I'm sorry, I'm trying to word this the right way. I don't want to blame any fault on anybody here, but was this just done wrong, or was it just such a gnarly ordeal? I mean, what do you think?
I don't know, for whatever reason, if the surgeon that was going to be working on me didn't feel it was necessary to ask me several questions. You know, I mean, I wanted to get fixed as best as possible. I mean, no one wants to go through that, but at that point I had to. But the surgeon came in and goes, yeah, you're getting surgery. And then that was it. I didn't even know what I was getting done, like what was getting done to my leg. I just got put under.
Just get it fixed. And then you woke up with what it was.
A plate. And I mean, I don't even know. Screws? Yeah. To this day, I don't even know how many screws were in my leg, but it was a lot.
Okay.
And it was just poorly set because the bone was obviously out of the skin. So they had to put it in traction, and then, which they didn't put me to sleep for. So that wasn't awesome. We'll just go ahead and talk about that.
For my femur break, that was the worst part of the whole thing, was traction.
So they didn't align it properly
outlaw it
and set it properly. So he just basically cut me open, stuck a very short plate in, and just put a bunch of screws in and just kind of botched it, to be honest. Like, put a lot of stress points on my femur. So as it started to grow, it was not growing straight. It was kind of bowing and then growing into the plate. So it's pushing the plate away from my body.
That's what caused that push out.
Yes, the screws to break. And then this whole time I was in the care of another physician. So I never went back. Once I got surgery and got out of the hospital, my process with the hospital was so bad, I just never went back there. So I talked to a bunch of different people in my inner circle, got transferred to another doctor. I was in his care for 5 months, and throughout that 5 months was building me up to basically, you're about to get on the motorcycle. And within a snap of the fingers, it was like, no, you've broken the screws in your body. You have to go to another surgeon. So
not only are you not about to be on the motorcycle, because I guess we can say it now. We were thinking November 1st, right? That was kind of the date, maybe a little earlier, but November 1st was going to be the standard date. Yeah. And then you find out that it's all wrong, and you have to go in and do the whole shebang over.
Yes.
And I know that was a hard time for you, again, emotionally too, because it wasn't just that. There was thoughts of a possible bone infection just because of, everything it had gone through. I mean, I know you're relieved now to know that wasn't the case. That's huge. But at the same time, back in and redo it all. Just start all over after 5 months, or what was it, 5 months? 5 months of...
Yes, it was 5 months.
5 months of belief that you're on your way back. And they were
saying full recovery 6 months. So we're at 5 months. So you can imagine my anxiety, my relief. Like I at that point had started walking, started cycling. And like, if anyone's ever been hurt, I know a bunch of people have, but like if anyone's ever been hurt, like the relief of getting off the crutches. And I mean, for the longest time I was in a wheelchair and then got to the crutches and then started slowly walking. And the relief was just incredible. So to hear that again, like, I mean, yeah, I just left the doctor and I had no words. Like I think for like a couple hours, like I didn't even speak. Like I didn't even know what to say. I was just broken. And fast forward to going to see the new doctor, completely new guy. And immediately he felt good. I met him. His personality was strong. He wasn't messing around when he came in the room, and he just kind of laid it all out on the table. He goes, look, my job here is to get you back to 100% health. That's what I am here to do. and I'm not here to tell you that it's going to be this timeline or you can cut this corner. He said, I'm here to fix your leg and then get you the healthiest that you can be. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I have no problem with that. So,
which is a different course than normal. Normally it's what can we do to get back as quick as possible? That's usually the priority. But with him, It wasn't that. It was like, look, your life matters more than your racing career. Let's just get you back, and then we'll figure out what to do, right? I mean, that's pretty much. I mean, and
correct.
That's the attitude that I know that we talked about and shifted towards. But you found a doctor that kind of met the same idea. And
yes, because at that point I wasn't walking correctly. I was having a lot of hip pain. I was cycling, but my leg did not seem strong. Like I could not push the pedal the way. I mean, yes, I know I didn't have any muscle in that leg, but I couldn't push it the way I normally could before this injury. And I know my leg, it has gone through a lot. So like I was kind of babying it, but it just wasn't right. And with this new guy, I just told myself like, look, if we have to start over, then I'm going to literally just go full chill mode, put my hands up and say, you tell me what I have to do and I'll do everything to a T.
Right. And to that point, here we are. You have a fence post through your leg now, which is good because now you're strong. What's the time? What is the timeline on just the generic stuff, like not dirt bikes, but just walking, running, cycling? Like what's the lifetime like looking like now?
So I got the surgery on November 17th. Got out of the hospital the very next day. I stayed overnight in the hospital. Got out of the hospital. Immediately when I woke up, I was obviously in pain. The doctor came in the next day, told me everything went excellent, was able to put the nail straight through the center of my femur, went through right at the top of my quad and put screws in to lock the nail in. Got all the plate and the broken screws out, which was good. And the alignment was perfect. And he said, you come back and see me on December 2nd. You can put 20%, 30% pressure. So basically when you walk on the crutch, set your left foot down and just get it used to that motion. And when you come see me on December 2nd, we'll get x-rays and then I will release you to slowly start walking, cycling, and doing therapy.
Okay. And you're cool with that. You're gonna pace yourself.
No, yeah, I'm 100% cool with that.
Or yeah.
No, I am. I'm cool with that. Yes,
okay.
I am.
I'm just making sure because I know you're weird and you're probably already doing something stupid.
No, I'm not doing anything stupid. It's really swollen. I don't know how they do it nowadays, but like these gauze that they have over my cuts, like I don't even know if I have staples, stitches, like I don't even know what I have. But they're like vacuum sealed gauze that are over my leg, and I have one at the top of my quad, one that runs basically parallel down my quad, and the one over my knee. And like basically when it's all said and done, this leg is going to have more surgeries on it alone than I have the rest of my body. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 cuts on it just on my left leg.
Jeez.
So it's been through a lot.
Oh, well, at least you're on the track of getting better now. That's all that matters. So I'm happy for you. And you coming to Thanksgiving or no?
I still don't know because it's
4
a
days.
process for me
5
to
days.
even get down the steps, and much less get in a car and drive 6 hours to your house. It's not out of the question, but we're still leaving it up in there because we do not want to
What do you
upset
think, Joe?
Maggie and the
Sounds
kids.
like a big fat no to me.
It'd be a no from me.
Yeah, I don't blame you. So, Jacob, we did something pretty cool for you on the show. Started out as something kind of cool and ended up being like crazy cool when everybody got involved. I mean, freaking J-Law sent signed autographed graphics, which is insane. But yeah, I just want to let you know, everything went really well. We're going to give away a lot of stuff tonight, and surprisingly, man, there's a lot of people out there that care about you because this thing went over about 100 times better than we thought it was going to be, and I know you're pretty pumped about it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm beyond grateful for you guys, for everyone that has supported me. I'm not one of those guys that wants to ask for a handout. And even when you said, like, hey, I want to kind of do this, I was just hesitant just because I'm not one of those guys. I like to be independent. And I mean, even when I was going through, the whole Femur process, I was helping some kids, and I really just enjoyed doing it on my own. And I was raised that way. So it was really hard for me to ask for a hand. And I couldn't have been more grateful for you guys and everyone that has supported me, reached out and said, man, I just want to help you out. And I mean, so many of my friends and just people that I don't even know. Thank you. It's been overwhelming. I mean, I even now talking about it, it's just, I'm extremely grateful.
Well, that's what this sport does. I think as a community, again, I was saying it before you had you on, it's just, when people need a hand in this sport, everybody comes together. That seems to be what we do. So I knew you got banged up. I want to do something special for you. I knew you weren't cool with it right at first, but I told you it'd be all right. And, dude, the Motoheads came through. But I do need you actually to kick things off. I'm going to do a full giveaway at the end of the show and give away a whole bunch of stuff. But I want to let you have first dibs at it. Give me a number between 1 and 150. And then pick one of these objects. What do you want to give away first? I'll let you do the first one, then we'll take care of the rest. But pick something. You know the list kind of what's out there, but pick something and give me a number between 1 and 50.
So number 90. Reason why I picked number 90 is that was my first national number. So going with that. And then let's do the J-Law graphics. I think that was something like, I remember watching J-Law when I was growing up. And I mean, dude, when he reached out to you and you told me that J-Law was going to send some graphics, I was like mind blown. And then the guy followed me on Instagram, like, that's gnarly. So, like, dude, that's gnarly.
Dude, you got to follow from J-Law. Hey, you know what the crazy part is too, J-Law? I don't know if you're listening, but your return address was on that thing, and I have that now, so I might be showing up with a lot of Motoheads one day, so be ready. No, I'm just playing. That's not cool. But, so number 90, huh?
Number 90, yep.
All right, Gregory Poole, you are the winner of the Jason Lawrence graphics, and there's actually a couple posters too. He autographed some of his old posters. So little care package from J Law coming your way. But here's how it's going to work, guys. If you're a winner on this, hit me up. It's like it's hard. I'm super unorganized when it comes to this kind of stuff. I'm going to make a little list here, but you got to hit me up and give me your address. I'm not chasing you around to give you stuff. So Gregory, you're first. Hit me up, and then later in the show, Jacob, we're going to give away a bunch of other things that are insane. But I just want to get you on here so everyone could hear you. And again, dude, I'm proud of you. I'm glad you're okay, and you'll be all good when this is all said and done.
Thank you. Congrats to Gregory. Thank you for participating in the raffle and donating, whatever it was that you donated. It's much appreciated, and, it helped me out more than, anyone or anybody could know.
Right on, brother. All right, I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Motoheads.
Later, bro.
See you, bro.
Main event moto.
There's a reason I run DRS suspension and Race Tech hard parts with Mika Metals chains, bars, and sprockets on Evans 65. First off, DRS suspension settings work everywhere. I haven't changed a clicker since I put them on. Maybe it's the internals from Race Tech that give it that extra something.
American-made products with a 100% guarantee. You don't see that every day.
Yeah, the DRS Race Tech combo works for me. And what can I say about Mika?
First off, they've been with us since the beginning.
The quality of their bars is top of the line, and Mika is the only chain and sprocket combo I run. Motoheads, get with the program. It's DRS suspension, Race Tech, Mika Metals.
Say it again.
It's DRS suspension, Race Tech, Mika Metals. Is that good, Joe?
Yeah.
I love when NorCal companies take the world by storm. Guts Racing seat covers and no-toil filters are made right here at home, but their products travel the country and world on some of the baddest dudes' bikes in pro racing.
Who runs Guts?
Too many factory teams to list, Joe.
Who runs No Toil?
Well, it's the only filter Chad Reed will run. Guts and No Toil make only the best. So visit gutsracing.com and notoil.com and step up your game, Motoheads.
Main Event Moto Podcast.
Ooh-wee. Good talk with our boy, Escarodi, man. Wait until you see these x-rays. I think now that the cat is all the way out of the bag, I think he'll let me post his x-rays when you can see all 50,000 pins and then the couple that didn't stay where they were supposed to. Dan, you've seen it, but yeah. I think he'll let me post it now. So maybe I'll do that on our Instagram, which, by the way, Dan, Joe and I are discussing the possibility of giving you our social media. What do you think about that?
Well, I've got I have a lot of ideas.
This isn't your official offer. Let me just tell Joe, let's just say it, okay? we are considering welcoming Dan a little bit further into the Batcave. You know how he comes in here from time to time? We're considering a more bonded effort. Am I right?
Yeah.
Where are you feeling right now about it? Where are you? Are you lukewarm?
Swing.
Oh,
Just eggplant,
So
baby.
okay,
all
okay,
day
all
long.
right, because Dan, I told you I had to get this by Joe. Joe is
yeah. Dude, I'm in.
look good cop, bad cop in
3
this thing, and he's
eggplants.
usually the bad cop here, and he seems to be pretty good cop. So I'm thinking they're going to start with the Instagram. I'm going to turn it over to you. Can you handle those responsibilities?
Got it. No problem.
Okay, because here's the deal. We need to be more active on there, Joe. We have made the decision that 2021, this show is going to have to be better at our Instagram. I think we've posted 20 times in a year.
That
It's
is our
usually
goal.
Yes, we got to be better. So we decided in order to be better, we had to not do it because we're bad at it. Joe doesn't like to post on his own. I don't like to post on my own much. So Dan, Joe, is this happening? Is this for real?
I think so.
Congratulations, Dan. You are now
It's
the
happening.
operator of Main Event Moto's Instagram
Congratulations,
page.
Tool Man
Congratulations.
Dad.
What a promotion.
Yeah, so whatever's on your list, because I know you got ideas on your list. I don't know if I want to share all those with the listeners. Listeners, listen what's going on here. We're stepping it up in 2021, all right? We're about to go absolute ham next year. And in order to do that, we're bringing in a posse, all right? The Dirty Dolphin, Dave Ginolfi, he's going to be part of the program too, all right? We're starting another show, a bridge off of Main Event Moto that's going to focus a little bit more on amateur racing. The Dirty Dolphin himself, Dave Ginolfi, is going to head that up. We've got Toolman Dan, who is now taking over the Instagram and possibly more things, Dan, because you got a big list over there.
Dude,
What's on that thing?
2020 sucked in many, many ways.
And we're going to come out hard.
21
though. We're
is
come
going to
out
be,
hard. Yes.
Dude, we're Main Event Moto. We're going to take over the
What?
Moto empire.
Okay, because you got your arms way wide. Did you see how wide his arms were? I was wondering what's in those arms.
I had a
What do we-
comment. I had a comment queued up, but I'm not quite ready to go there yet.
Oh, my God. All
But
right.
we're going big in 21.
All right. Did you
21 is
hear
going
that,
to be a
Joe?
good year.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey,
Can we all agree?
I don't think
we're
it's
all
going
in,
to
right?
take much
Yes.
to be better than 2020. What a year. By the way, I will be outside of my house today at 10:01 for you, Gavin Newsom. I just want to let you know, you can come to my house and do what you want, but I will be outside sitting in my front yard at 10:01, and you can come do something about it if you want.
boy.
You saw
because-
last night at midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, they had a 2-mile long motorcade, a Trump train,
Oh, goodness.
in Gavin's neighborhood, honking horns. I'm sure his new neighbors are loving him.
Doesn't he live by Hobo Nick?
Yes, he does.
One of his houses, right?
Yes, he does,
Was it
yeah.
that neighborhood?
No, he lives in El Dorado Hills now.
Oh, it was up there?
Yeah.
It's the new one. That
Yep.
is.
It's
there's
a new
some,
big one.
There's some real estate fraud going on with that.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyways, Gavin, if you're listening, 10:01, come find me. I'll be on my
Tax
front
evasion.
porch outside, breathing in the fresh California air, buddy. I do want to say Mika Metals, EMT Racing, Screen Printing Done, Scott USA, Blenzall, all back on board for 2021.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're all going to be back on board for 2021, but those ones came out swinging, flying like psycho crazy paths and said, it is on. So they're back, and we'll have more to announce in the next couple of shows as we close down our lineup for sponsors in 2021. But I want to talk Moto now. Dan, JGR, this has already been beaten into the ground a little bit because, you know, the sport moves fast. There's already been a lot of shows. Matt has talked about it. But our take. What is our take? Joe, what do you think? I mean, bummed, but I guess kind of saw it coming, just in a way, because you've heard too many things over the last couple of years of how this is rough, and now this is rough, and this is rough, and it seemed like a perfect storm that was not a perfect storm in the positive, and this was inevitable. It seemed like. I'm bummed that it happened. I wish they could have survived this, and maybe needed it one more year. Maybe I don't know. Damn it, what do you think? It's gone. I mean, dude.
Yeah.
They've been around for a long time.
It's a bummer, and I hate to say this, but I think that there's more coming. I think that this may be the start of a little bit of a crumbling of sponsorship and dollars in our sport.
Because of things you've heard, or just your feeling? Because again, we're all living off this idea that it's crazy out there, the participation. No one can keep bikes on the floor. I mean, if you just look at it from that perspective, it seems like we're in the best times of all time. Why would that lead to a major like a pullback? Like again, Geico, JGR, like
well,
dude.
because like I said before on the last show, people are buying out of fear, that they didn't know if they were going to have a job in 2 weeks. So, most of our population lives at day to day, right? Mm-hmm. They live on emotion. They're, not super responsible with money, or I'm not talking about everybody. I'm just talking about,
I was to say,
there's a lot of people
you're looking at me funny because I feel like
there's
I
a lot
might
of
fit in
people
there
out
just
there.
a little bit.
But when you're looking at corporations are looking at years out, and corporations are hurting right now with the things that are going on, and there's still a lot of uncertainty in the world. And I don't think that corporations are going to take the leap of faith, especially on our sport, which is relatively small, going to take the leap of faith to come into our sport and invest money. And I'm talking about outside sponsors.
Right.
And outside sponsors is really what we need right now.
Yeah, because the industry can't just be sucked dry. You know what I mean? We got to be able to bring some money from outside and dump it in. That way, we're not just consuming, eating ourselves, pretty much.
But you're going to see some of these, construction companies, for instance. Construction companies. There's a lot of people in that industry that are in our sport. And they're out there buying new bikes. They're out there buying parts and stuff. Well, when they're not building houses or building commercial properties, or, they're not working, those bike sales are going to slow down.
Right.
So that's what we're up against right now is where do we go at street level?
Right.
At the street level.
The Geico one's obviously weird because that's an outside one. And
I heard something else about that this week about the Geico thing. I heard that Feld was going after Geico, and Geico was, basically felt that they could get a bigger return on investment on sponsoring the series and not just a race team. And if that's the case, that's bullshit.
Well, I see. I don't know anything about that other than I just did Endurocross TV. I was watching it this morning. I woke up this morning, Joe, and I turned on the TV and it was on. I was like, sick. I hadn't seen him yet.
Dude, you do a really good job for not knowing shit about Endurocross.
Hey, man, why don't you cool off with that kind of talk? I went down to Glen Helen and I met all the riders, talked to them, made extensive notes. I know a lot about Endurocross.
Well, you do now.
Do you know what the Matrix section is?
Yeah, it's the woodlog things.
Damn it. All right.
Yep.
I thought for sure I would have had that one on you. All right. But my point that I was getting at is Endurocross was it's like the title sponsor of that, and aren't they part of the outdoors too? So is this just them shifting over to series and promotion like that instead of teams? Because like I said, they weren't that big on Endurocross last year. Then this year they were like big. They were title they were the rider lineup, the result, everything was Geico motorcycle. And I don't remember saying that before. I don't remember doing that in Arena Cross. I know they've been involved in a lot of different things, but is that just a business collective decision to move away from one race team and just move to all the series? I really don't know.
Well, here's what I'm concerned with is, okay, remember when Chad Reed, the whole CBDMD thing, right? And he was trying to bring in an outside sponsor, and they said, oh, no way, no how, this and that, whatever, banned it, couldn't have the stuff on the helmets. And then the very next year, what happened? All of a sudden, you see CBDMD banners all over the stadiums and stuff. So Feld went out.
But to be fair, I know the details on that story. It's really, really complicated.
Tell him.
I can't do that. I don't think
I will. If I figure it out, I'll tell him.
Tell him, snap on. Toolman, sorry.
Well, that's the thing is it was decisions way, way high up on that. And again, there was more problems with that. It was something that was coming to market a little quicker than the world was allowing. Let's just put it that way. That was odd timing more than anything.
But back to JGR, it sucks. It sucks bad. I honestly think that I don't want to knock Suzuki at all because it's a great bike. I'll say that right now. It's a great bike. If you jumped on a Suzuki, it's a good bike.
They're
right?
really good, yeah.
But they are maybe not as good as some of the other brands out there. And I just wonder if JGR was on another brand of motorcycle, if things would have been different for them.
I agree. And that's why, again, for me, it's the writing on the wall. We saw it because first it was the title sponsor for a couple years, right? It was, oh man, they couldn't get one. They couldn't keep one, whatever. But then Suzuki's going to kind of cover for whatever. But it just looked like they were fragile on both sides, the manufacturer side and the title sponsor side. And it's like you could do one without the other for only a short amount of time, but then to try to like continue to go where they're, I just don't think they were able to operate unless both were able to come to the table at full strength. And I think they just got worn out of being at quarter strength.
Well, they really needed that casino. They needed that casino.
They needed
money.
it a year ago too.
Yeah.
It's a bummer timing, because if they would have had that last year, I think they would have been able to do some things different, and then maybe things are different. But at the same time, you're talking about companies, changing and restructuring and all that kind of stuff. I mean, Suzuki's in the same boat. I mean, you can look at like 100 different decisions that have been made over the last couple of years inside that company, whatever. No one really knows all the details, but what you do know is that it's not been a good thing over there from them in the motorcycle department. They have, maybe 10 years ago, decisions were made that we're feeling now. Maybe it was 5 years ago. Maybe it was just inevitable. But the fact is JGR was attached to a manufacturer that was in a tough spot. It's been in a tough spot. It's pretty fragile. And I don't think we can sit here and just say JGR did everything perfectly and they just pour them. You at the same time, you chose to be with Suzuki. That's, you put yourself in some fragile situations out there, and eventually it all kind of collapsed. And it's super bad luck, more than anything. But at the same time, they're, I think, playing with fire a little bit when you're dealing with a no title sponsor and a manufacturer that's pretty not on the solid of foundations.
And I heard Suzuki did not pull out. I heard that Suzuki didn't pull out. Suzuki offered them $300,000, and bikes and whatnot, but. To run a race team, to pay salaries, and $300,000's scratching the surface.
Yeah, they're having to stack a bunch of that together to make that work. So
it's a bummer, but I'll tell you, if that was Eli Tomac on a Kawasaki at JGR would not be folding up.
Right.
So if whether it's a lack or not a lack of, well, maybe it is a lack of riders. The talented riders, they didn't have really a title.
They didn't have a marquee guy.
They didn't have a marquee title contender guy. And you're on a brand new motorcycle that, unfortunately, it's a great bike, but it is a few years back, in technology.
And I don't doubt that they could make another run, but it all piled. Yeah. Weston Pike's injury, that was so bad for them. And then Savacci's injury last year in Australia. I mean, don't forget, he was the rookie of the year. Like, I think he would have been pretty good last year. He's a really good Supercross rider. If he wasn't hurt, I think he would have been good. They had a lot of things thrown at them from a lot of different angles, and I guess when it all piles up, they couldn't hang anymore. And I don't blame them for pulling out. I'm sad. I don't want them to. You want them there, but at the same time, there was so many signs that this was coming. I'm kind of surprised it lasted this long, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's been a rough go.
Yep.
What else happened? Let's kind of bridge off of that. Yeah. So all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I get on Instagram, and it all happens like in a wave. Joe, I've taken a little bit of time away from my phone the last week, just kind of trying to regain my life a little bit. So I've been a little detached, and all of a sudden I get on my phone. Joey Savacci is riding for Rocky Mountain, and Blake Baggett is gone? ? And I'm like, what the hell? I reach out. I find out little things here and there. It sounds like we're getting little fragments of the story, but we're not really getting all of it, and I don't think we're going to get all of it from either side probably, because seems to be a little weird, Dan.
So I heard Baggett has got some medical issues that he's still tending with, and that was
thumb or wrist or
something like that.
Something on his hand. He's had something that's been a problem for a long time.
He, from what I understand, the team owes him some money, and
I read that somewhere.
That's
how much?
I don't know. But the thing about Blake Baggett is, he has, again, we talk about the window, right, of these of time that you have to go out there and win championships, win races, and make money, right? Baggett is on that tail end of his window.
Yeah.
And Baggett right now, if he's got some issues with his hand or wrist or whatever it is, that's not squared away yet. You got Rocky Mountain ATV MC team that is a little bit shaky in its own, right?
Which will always be the case when you are a private owned team.
Sure.
And then again, I'm more afraid of losing them than I am some of these titles. Like JGR and Geico, that's a big bummer. I don't want to lose the Rocky Mountain team. I don't want to lose Smart Top. Like those ones, God, those people can't go away. They gotta survive.
But here's what's cool about Baggett is Baggett has a backup plan. He's always had a backup plan. His family owns a very successful steel company.
Well, and I want to say this too, because I've heard a couple of people say, oh, he's going to quit and just, work for his dad's business, almost like it's some kind of like a handout, whatever.
No.
Dude, Blake is like crazy smart engineering. Like
Yeah.
he's a fanatic when it comes to technical engineering. He wants to get in there and be.
The whole plan.
He's not gonna. He doesn't want to go work for daddies.
No.
Someone wrote that to me, and I'm like, dude, no. I talked to him about this. He's gonna make an impact.
The plan
after
was,
racing.
to
He's smart
take
dude,
over
super
the
smart
family
dude.
business. So it wasn't just like, oh, I'm going to work for daddy and collect a paycheck.
Yeah. So
He's
for
gonna
you
take
out
the
there, and
business
you know
over.
who you are. It's not it. Like, don't stop it. It's not it. He's got a really good game plan, and he's going to be a pretty big value.
I will tell you what I'm a bit shocked about. I'm a bit shocked about Rocky Mountain keeping Justin Bogle.
I am too, just because of the results and how it's gone. But
Yeah.
God, it's one of those things. I think with them, it's a combination of loyalty, and you still know that there's talent there, and you're just hoping that he could get it together. This sport, for a sport that's pretty brutal on people, Bogle's getting some second and third shots here for
He has,
sure. And
yeah.
but you got to remember with him too, he's a really good dude. I know he appreciates the chance that he's getting to do it again. And I am surprised too. I am really surprised that he's there.
And that's a classic example of being a good person. Like Jacob. Jacob's a good dude. People step up for him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bogle's a good dude. People step up for him because there's other riders out there that are probably more in their prime right now that are D-bags, and they could probably get a better result, but their attitude and their mindset of the moto industry owes me something, they're not going to get there,
right. When you have someone like Bogle who's super grateful, good personality, even though it hasn't worked out, and on paper it might not make as much sense. Again, they're gonna give him another shot and treat him right. I mean, the same thing. I mean, we're watching what year is this? 2 years? A year ago? We're watching an old Monster Cup right now in Freesea, 2018. We're watching Freesea, and it's the same thing. People always are like, why does he keep getting a deal? And it's like, why wouldn't he? He's so good for that team. He's super tight with Tony. He's a good test rider. He's a good worker. He gets good starts. He tries his hardest. Yeah, there's maybe people out there that may be a little bit more talented, but why would you get rid of a guy like that? He's your rock in the rock position that you need him to be.
He always finishes. Freesea always finishes.
I mean, whatever year ago or whatever he tore his ACL, that's the only time I think he's ever missed anything ever. That dude has raced like 10 years and never missed a race other than half a season one time. So, again, your point on Bogle, same kind of a thing with Freesea. You're going to get these guys that are going to get deals and keep deals because of who they are and the way they fit in their team. And obviously Rocky Mountain believes in Justin enough and likes him enough. They like the guy. And obviously, if any of you have out there know him, you would too. Bogle's a really cool dude. He's super positive, like overly positive sometimes, to be honest. For a guy that's had it rough, he's a really positive guy. But Savacci, though, what do you I mean, from a racing standpoint, that's good for him, good for them. I mean, he's good.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not going to have Baggett, Savacci's good. Like, really, I wouldn't, he's not at Baggett's level, I don't think. But at the same time, you're dropping off a little, but it's not a bad pickup.
Man, I don't know. I honestly think that the Savacci, I think that's a better.
You think better than Baggett?
Yeah, I do.
Well, okay, if you're going into a season and Baggett's got an injury that is a problem and you know it's a problem and it's not being fixed, then you kind of go in a little like you have a ceiling, I guess. So maybe with Savacci, you think the ceiling's been lifted. Maybe you have a guy who, hey, maybe he'll pull us a couple crazy nights like Blake does, but maybe he'll do it more often because he doesn't have his physical problems. But I would say on their strongest days, Blake's better. But I can see your point going into a season with a fresh guy who's young and really pissed. I mean, if I'm Savacci, I'm probably pissed off at my situation. And when people are pissed off and motivated, they do really well. So it might be a perfect match, to be honest. And I think from a bike standpoint, it'll be great for Joe. It's an incredible bike.
Dude,
it's a mastered bike. They got it figured out.
You want to hear? You know what? So far, like in the last month, you know what the my favorite news has been so far?
What?
RC back to Cowie.
Oh God,
dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. I actually talked to Ricky this week, but not about that. I'll have to find out what the deal was, and that kind of came out of left field.
Hey, tell Ricky I need a number 4 Cowie number plate signed.
I got you, bro.
I'll
get you one. Speaking of Cowie, Shimoda got that final spot. I think it was, who was it? Mumford, Masterpole,
and
Shimoda, and was there another one that tried out? Mitchell Harrison, maybe? Did he?
I think
there was a fourth. I think there was
early.
4, but they all did a tryout. It's a full year deal. People are a little confused. They think it's Supercross only. It's a full year deal. So PC Cowie added a 5th guy. They got 5 official, which I'm really happy with. I
think it's.
I love when these teams when they do more than they need to. Mitch didn't need to do that. He did not. He's got 4 guys.
Yep.
And I like the fact that he added a 5th. I love it. That's like Tony Alessi added 4 450 guys. I love it. So
I think
kudos to Mitch for that.
I think that's a good land.
It's a good pick. I mean,
Yeah.
dude, he's young. He's super. Shimoda is like really calculated and smart. He was just starting to find his potential at the very end. I mean, who knows? He might break out this year and be like, man, remember that time he almost didn't get anything and then Mitch gave him that 5th spot?
Yeah.
That's happened to people before at Mitch's team. So I'm pumped for it. I think he's a good kid. He's a good rider. And
I heard there's actually a 450 pro circuit rider this year.
No, you didn't.
Chad Reed.
What?
Yeah.
No, you didn't. You're full of it, dude.
How cool would it be though?
It wouldn't be. Ellie was on Instagram the other day.
Parlor. Ellie and Chad are both on Parlor.
Are they really?
Yeah, and if you are on Parlor, Motoheads, you're missing the boat.
What's your parlor name?
Dan Colvin 633.
All right, Dan Colvin 633 on Parlor. Anyways, I saw on her Instagram that they were at Mountain Motorsports doing something, which makes me wonder, is old Chad getting a bike? Is he getting ready?
So. I think he should.
I don't think he should.
You don't?
No.
Why not?
Dude, it's because it's been tough, and it is going to be... Imagine last year. And add this. Marvin, Savacci, Ferrandis, Sexton, McElrath, Hartrav. That's 6 more dudes in the 450 class that he's going to... Dude, you thought living in the LCQ was fun last year?
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be smart for him.
And there's no fans. I don't think he does. I don't think he does.
Hold on, no fans? What do you mean?
Or I'm just not full fans, not like the big shebang, you know. Like I mean,
it's not going to be an appropriate send off.
Yeah, so maybe he waits till. What if he just takes a year off and then comes back in 2022? Just cause it'll even be worse by then. There'll be more guys in there, but I don't think. I mean, dude, it's late November. It's a little late to get started. No.
Yeah, I think his ship sailed.
I think so too. I don't think he wants to go out there and be scared. Like, and when I say scared, not scared to ride, I mean scared that the night could not be good.
Yeah.
I think it's been scary. So I don't know. I mean, maybe not. Maybe he's healthy. I know he's been riding a lot of BMX and stuff. So maybe he hops on a bike and he's shredding right away. And he's smart enough as a racer to figure it out. I just, again, with the class as deep as it is, I wouldn't want none of it. Not right now. Not while the class is like that. It's just too scary to be sitting in LCQs and shit. I don't, for him, he's just too much of a legend. You know what I mean? That's just I don't think he does it. What's the other one? Hill out. Tickle in.
I think it's a great move. Honestly,
for the team.
Yes, absolutely.
You're not a Hill fan, are you?
No, I'm not.
Why is that?
I think he's a bum.
Joe.
Yeah, but how do you really feel, Dan?
I just, dude, anybody, you know, and I.
You're not alone.
That's unfair to say, okay? But
He's a bum.
well, I mean,
it is a little unfair to say. A little unfair.
Well, you know what's unfair? Let me tell you what's unfair.
Having that much talent
is when he is hired by somebody to do a job and he goes out there and rides around in freaking 15th to 20th place when he could be a top 5 guy if he put his freaking best foot forward.
Okay, and again, I'm horrible at this, Joe. You know I'm horrible at this because when I like somebody, I like him and I can't really see past it. You know what I mean? He's such a cool dude. He's super friendly. He loves music, so me and him have it. But I'm not going to disagree with the people out there that are frustrated by the on track. I mean, he's so talented and he hasn't done too much with it. And that's, I understand. I'm not going to sit here and be stupid and ignorant enough to argue with the fact that he's underperformed his ability. I won't say that. But it's just hard for me to hate on the guy because I don't think he really minds his style of how he does. I don't think he's bummed about it. I think he's fine with it. And
that's great. And if he's okay with it, hallelujah, more power to you. But you know what? He was hired to do a job, and you cannot convince me that Tony Alessi and Mike Genova hired him to be a 15th place rider.
Right.
And if you're not willing to do the work, then and maybe this is him saying, you know what, this is not for me and I'm out. I don't know what the details were. I don't know if he left on his own goodwill or if Tony and Mike said, you know what, we're done with you. I don't know. But I hope that he said, you know what, this isn't for me. I want to go I want to leave.
Yeah.
That would be the honorable thing to do. And if he did that, Justin, Good for you, bud.
I mean, that's what it kind of sounds like. From what I gathered, he had a contract, and they're like, "Hey,
Because he is
checking the
arguably
fax machine. Where is it?" And then they were like, "Hey, like, okay, like tomorrow, bring it or whatever." And he didn't, and they said, "Okay, it's over." And I guess he was fine with it. It sounds like they're both okay. Just you don't see Joe. You don't often see a mutual breakup where everyone's like knuckle punching and like, "All right, see ya." Like it seems publicly very, very cool on everybody's end. So, and then they go get Tickle, which that's a hard worker.
Dude, he's gonna grind again. He's gonna grind and. He's consistent. They're always going to have a bike on the track, and that's what Honda wants. They want bikes on the track, and Tickle will deliver that.
He will. Yeah. I mean, again, I like how that team ended up. I mean, man, the last show we had, Joe, we were, Baggett and Hill. It was a done deal. We thought. I mean, talk about how crazy the silly season this off season's been. Guys that are literally like under contract are now like not under contract. You know what I mean? Like for whatever reasons that we don't know, private reasons, public, whatever. But it's interesting how things are flipping and turning right now at the last minute on things that we thought were like we didn't even question, and now all of a sudden it's
Joe,
like they're
Joe,
gone.
you see that monster girl right there, the brown-haired one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna say names.
Okay.
But pretty hot, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I seen her. We were in Houston at the airport the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, probably one of the ugliest people I've ever seen.
Dang.
Dude, she was my.
Yeah, she probably had a rough night.
Daniel says, "Oh, there's so-and-so." I was like, huh?
As a complete total non sequitur, we're watching this 2018 Monster Cup. This is the famous one that Vincent wants to claw his eyes out because Savachi lets him go. Sometimes I wonder what's up with the kid who won the contest. Jesse Hebert.
Oh, what's he doing now?
Yeah, like how'd
Do you
that
think
money
he spent the
how'd
money?
that money turn out?
I've seen him pop up at a couple Supercrosses randomly.
Oh,
And,
yeah?
like, yeah, and he'll be like there and like chilling and kind of like.
You remember?
got a pat.
Picture 2018 in your mind right now.
I don't even know.
Just picture the year 2018 in your mind.
I can't remember anything but this.
How amazing
tornado.
does it feel? Like, go back to 2018. How awesome does that feel?
Dude.
Thought we had it figured out, man.
Such a nice time.
I feel like we live in a tornado now, nonstop, right? With like flying cows and.
I hope Jesse is still enjoying that money.
Hey, so when we go back to normal,
What are the odds, though, Joe? What do you think?
I think he blew
Well,
it.
statistically, not very good.
What do you think he did? Look at him. He's young. He looks like he's.
He's young, dumb, and full of Monster Energy drink.
Yeah, the odds of him having all of it are pretty low. I'll tell you that. But he's probably holding on to his last 50K.
Hope he still got that truck.
What are you gonna say, Dan? Before we
I don't
go to
even
break?
know.
Sorry, Dan.
I looked up and I was just wondering about the rat. Was the rat gone?
Oh
Joe?
yeah,
Gone.
what happened? Killed him?
Dunzo.
Nice.
I don't know what happened to him. He bailed. He went somewhere else.
Good.
He heard us talking about him.
We got one of them. The other one, he took off.
Let's take a little
Trap's
break.
still set, though.
Let's take a little break. We'll come back. Let's give away some stuff, and then we'll do our listener questions right after that.
Main event moto.
If you're a true Motohead, then motosport.com is your only choice when it comes to OEM or aftermarket parts for your bike. And when it comes to servicing your bike or giving it the punch you need to perform, it's EMT Racing. With motosport.com, you can get everything you need for your bike with great pricing and ridiculous speed on shipping. And with EMT, it's simple. Take your bike to the experts.
2020 is the year EMT takes over the performance world. If you don't know, now you know.
Your Bat Bros choose motosport.com and EMT Racing, and you should too.
Look good? Check. Protection? Check.
Fly Racing has had the gear game on lock for years, but the Formula helmet has taken Fly to another level. They didn't just make a high-quality helmet, they redefined the standard for the most important piece of safety equipment on a rider's body.
Use your head and protect your head. Run the Fly Formula helmet.
Then cover the rest of your body in Fly's Evolution and Kinetic gear lines.
Easy decision.
Main event moto podcast.
Ooh-wee.
Loving my van, Joe. Loving my all-American Chevy that I got in clean. I love it. Do you love it?
Yeah, I love
You want to
it.
drive it around?
Hell yeah, I do.
Why'd you get a truck?
Drive it around the college parking lots.
Why'd you?
You know what I mean?
It's not a good time for that, probably.
No, it's probably not.
Why'd you get a truck?
Every man needs a truck. I've wanted another truck for a long time, and it was just time to get one, man. You got a lot of projects coming up. You know, you need a truck.
So just nothing specific. Just
You're a
general?
man. You need a truck.
Okay.
So before the show, I text Joe because I took Joe to go get the truck, right? And
Yeah.
I said, hey, do I need to bring the heavy artillery? And he said, no, I think we're good. They're good people. Well, Joe didn't tell me what neighborhood we were going into.
Joe,
And I should have brought.
you do realize
I'm
the
used to
places where
those.
you're
I'm used to
comfortable,
those
Dan might not be as comfortable as you are.
Yeah, we could have used a little artillery, but we
What?
were all right. We were all right.
Yeah, it's a good looking pickup.
Were you a little scared though at times?
No, they were.
Hey,
they were all
you
right.
got to hear it, dude. That thing's got some headers.
You got an exhaust on there, Joe.
Yeah, it's got some rumble to it.
Nice.
Sounds good.
It's got a good little throat.
Hey, let's give away some stuff. Dan, first off, can you read my writing?
Yeah,
That's my
actually,
list.
You actually have decent handwriting for a dude.
Ah, sweet. Well, that's because I was trying to write it to where someone else could possibly read it. If it was just my own writing, it would be in Mandarin. All right, what are we gonna do? How do you want to do this? I got 150 people donated, different amounts.
Okay.
So I wrote down name. I got this whole sheet masterminded with these names, all whatever.
Okay.
And I want to just start going through random numbers on these things and just go for it. I mean, for right now, what are we watching right now? What is this?
This is
St. Louis.
2020.
Who's that out front? Is that Osborne?
I think it's Kenny, isn't it?
It's a Husky. Whose video? Oh, this is someone's video from the crowd. I think that's or is that Anderson?
Oh,
No, it's Osborne.
And Kenny.
All right, so number 16. We'll do number 16 first, and what's he going to win?
Number 16 is going to win a. How about a Geico plate? So is this your Geico plate?
Yeah, that's my front number plate.
Okay. So that's what number
my
16 is
Geico
going to
front
win.
number plate. It's going to be Robert Campbell, dude.
Our camp in the house.
Is that our camp?
Yeah.
Nice.
Our camp wins. My Geico front number plate from 2009 Vegas Supercross still has the dirt on it. And
Our
I
camp
got
is a
roosted
badass racer.
a lot that night. So
Joe,
there's
are you-
a lot of roost.
Are you keeping track, Joe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I got it too. I'm writing it down on my sheet, dude.
Shout out to Robert. You're the man, our camp.
Yeah, so congratulations, our camp. He wins the front number plate. All right, what's
OG
next?
Motohead.
All right. So let's do the Geico pants then. If we're going to do
Okay,
the
Geico pants,
Joe, pick a number.
1 through 150.
77.
Why?
I just saw that Seagram's bottle in 7 and 7, you know.
Okay, so that's your reasoning. Travis Northway. You won the Geico pants. So this is the first race I rode for them, Daytona. They're yellow. Do we run yellow and black? Yeah, yellow and just all yellow and black. But yeah, they're sick. And you won them. So congratulations. Remember, you guys have to hit me up.
Shout out to Travis.
Hit me up with your address to make this shit happen. Next one, Dan. Let's
right.
hammer these out. We got listener questions. We got good ones
All right.
too.
The
Let's
next
go.
one we're gonna do the Milwaukee cordless impact.
this
The
is
one
your-
from mine.
Okay, so this is a big mammer jammer.
Yeah.
This thing's worth like $500.
Yep.
Oh my god! All right. Cool.
Okay.
Then you need to pick a number.
33.
Why 33?
Because that's part of my number, 633.
Okay.
33 is my favorite number.
Josh Grant.
No, but Josh Grant, but I always play black 33 when I play roulette. That's a great number. I've won a lot of money on that.
You just got
And I
good
just
luck with
like
that?
the number. Yeah.
Okay, I don't really know this. Watachek? I don't. That's what it says on the sheet.
Let me see.
They're 33.
Shout out to Watachek.
Right?
Watachek.
You know, hey, put it this way. You know who you are.
Hey,
and when you hit me up,
Watachek,
I will,
holler at us.
and I will go on PayPal to confirm it's you. So when you hit me up, say your email address too.
His email address looks legit. So
Okay, all right.
All right.
Watachek. You just want, what is it? What did he get?
The
a
Milwaukee
Milwaukee cordless 3/8 drive impact gun.
All right. Good job,
Congrats, brother.
Watachek. Good job.
Okay, so the next one we're gonna do the Rhino Power $200 Rhino Power gift card.
Yeah, $200 in Rhino Power. I'm not picking numbers, Joe, because I put the numbers next to all the names.
Right,
It's just
right,
not
right.
cool.
Okay, Joe,
So,
you pick one.
All right, 17.
17. Why?
That's a good year, man. That's a good time to be alive.
It was a good year. What happened in 17? Anything weird? It wasn't an election year, so there was nothing weird going on.
Just a
Odd number of years are better.
monster economy, just revving full bore.
Thomas Gage.
Thomas Gage.
Crap. Is that really it? I can't read my own writing. I think so. Thomas Gage. I'll if it's not that, I'll find you, dude. I think it's Thomas Gage. My G might be an S though, so it might be Gase. But you won it, buddy. There's not many Thomas Gage or Gase, especially
you
Motohead.
got it.
So you won. What did he win?
Rhino Power.
Rhino Power. $200 card. Thank you, Rhino Power, for that. That's awesome. They're dude. Big fans of Jacob. They really love Jacob, so they wanted to help out in that way, which is awesome. So thanks.
Cool.
Next one.
All right, next one is going to be number 145.
Oh.
And the giveaway for that is going to be an Evan Blair jersey.
Oh yeah, Joe.
Nice.
I was talking to Maggie about what we were doing for Jacob, and Evan was like, I want to give some money. And I'm like, dude, you don't have any money. I said, why don't you give something? What do you got? Build a sick Lego, dude. Do something. He's like, well, what's everyone else doing? And I kind of told him, he's like, well, I want to do a jersey. So he signed a jersey. I think it's in English. I'm not sure what language it is. He's got the worst handwriting ever. But he signed a little jersey, and there's an Evan Blair jersey. But is there something next to it? Did I put?
Yeah, and then a Main Event Moto tumbler. It's like a Yeti style Main Event tumbler.
Yeah,
Things
so
are badass.
our boy Moonlight Graham from Crown Trophy is just the man, just on so many levels. Sent a bunch of these Main Event Moto like coffee mug tumblers. So we're gonna throw a few of those out, and dude, it's like they're sick. Wait till you get it. You're gonna freak out. Oh, so who has it? 145.
Yep, 145.
Okay, so 145 is. Where's my little? Flip the page.
Now, this little Evan Blair jersey could end up being.
Dude,
It could end up being, in a certain number of years.
Have I told the
big ticket
Have I told
item.
the Travis Pastrana story? What I did with his jersey when I was a kid?
I don't think so.
Okay, give me a second. This is John Athanasio.
Shout out to John.
You know who you are, buddy. I know it was butchered when I said it, but you know who you are. So Joe, old story. World Minis back when I was like 11 years old. This is like the amateur nationals, big deal, right? I'm like, I'm top 5 kid in the country on an 80 at that time in that age group. I cared a lot. I wanted to go and win. I get there and I screwed up the first moto, got like 6th or 7th. I fell. Well, Johnny Marley, this dude from Oklahoma, won. He was sick. So sick, amateur. And Travis Pastrana, I'd never known about him yet. He was kind of new. He was younger than me by a year, but he was tall. And all of a sudden, there's this 199 Suzuki kid that everyone's talking about because he jumps things and he's crazy. And I'm just like, whatever. He's younger than me. I'm going to beat him. Well, he gets 3rd the first moto. And in order to win the overall, he had to go 3-1, and Marley had to go 1-3, right? Marley could have got 2nd and got the overall. Well, in the second moto, Pastrana gets out front and checks out. And Marley's in 2nd. I'm in 3rd. And I ran him down past him and got 2nd. So Pastrana got the overall, and I helped. This 10-year-old kid comes up to me and gives me an autographed jersey. I'm in his fucking class. I was insulted, beyond insulted. And he gives me an autographed Fox jersey. Travis Pastrana, 199 here. Thank you. Good ride. And I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me. So I took it home. We unload. I throw everything in the corner. The thing ends up just on the ground in the garage somewhere. I had a cat end up having a litter of kittens on this jersey, like literally on the jersey,
wow.
Which we ended up just throwing away because I was 11 years old and insulted. There is a Travis Pastrana jersey out there somewhere with a lot of cat stuff on it.
Jeez.
That is just somewhere out there that I could have on eBay right now for a lot of money, Travis. I'm sorry.
Graphic.
But dude, I could literally have the sickest jersey of all time, but I was too prideful at the age of 11
Travis was one of the first guests we ever had on Main Event Moto.
He was early, top 5, I think, one of the first 5 ones.
Yeah.
But anyways, so this jersey could be something.
It could be.
So don't.
It could be used to have a litter of kittens on someday.
Yeah, just if you want to, keep tradition going, just throw it in your garage and let your cats have a litter on it.
Jeez.
All right, so
what's next?
Joe, pick another number.
We'll do 25.
Why are you doing such low numbers? 17, 25.
25 is going to be for a Caleb Russell jersey.
Okay.
Plus a Main Event Moto Traveler mug.
Travis Ridenour.
Shout out to Travis
Ridenour. You get the tumbler and the Caleb Russell jersey. So right on. There we go. Don't forget. Got to hit me up. Next one.
All right. And the next one is what does that say? Your handwriting on that one sucks.
Oh. Pass that one. I have to look something up on that.
Okay.
So pass that
So the next one will be, you know what? Let's give this. This is a J-Mart helmet. It's a Geico J-Mart helmet from this year, correct, Daniel?
Yeah, this summer is one of his out. It's a signed helmet from this summer
from J-Mart.
Yep.
So that's number 25. And who is 25?
Who is what number 25 on here?
That was the number Joe
just
picked.
did.
Yeah, that was Travis.
Didn't he already win something?
Yeah, he won.
He won the Caleb Russell jersey.
Oh.
We need a new number, bro.
Oh, I have to pick a number. I think.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Number 6.
Oh my gosh, number 6. Good idea because it's him. Number 6 is Carson Chardon. Carson Chardon. Good job, buddy. You just got a freaking J-Mart helmet. You know, I'm going to go back on PayPal too and look. Dude, that dude probably gave $1 and won a J-Mart helmet. I told you guys, you didn't have to. Hey, there was a lot of 5s and 10s and 20s and 50s. Everyone did their own thing, but it didn't matter the dollar amount. Unless you did over 100, you get a couple extra. In fact, there's one of you that's already won that was one of the $100 ones. I didn't want to say which one it is, but I don't think that's fair, right?
Cool.
I'm not going to reveal who was whatever.
Yeah.
But Carson probably spent $1 and just got a J-Mart helmet because that's just how things work, right, Joe?
Dope.
Right?
Yep.
All right. So the next one's going to be for an Adam Jones jersey plus a
Adam Jones, X Games gold medalist, freestyle legend, still killing it out there.
Oh yeah.
And a tumbler, right?
And a tumbler.
What's
and
the number,
Joe,
Joe?
what's the number?
99.
Why 99?
I don't know.
You're not fun at that. You need to have a reason, Joe. Travis Northway. Didn't we already do a Travis Northway?
We did Travis Rittenhouse.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we did Travis Northway. He got the Geico pants.
With what number?
Number 77.
Did he freaking do it twice?
Did he donate twice?
If that happened, I swear to you all. Oh my God, he did.
Wow.
Wow. Nice.
150 people, and he just won 2.
Interesting.
Are we gonna let that happen? Is that? I mean, that's what happened.
Complete
I feel,
random thing.
dude.
Yeah. If he went
go
on
buy lotto tickets immediately and share it with your boys. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, Travis Northway. And dude, I'm looking at my sheet. His one raffle entry is way away from the other one. So, on as far as dates go, so he went in there twice.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna make a new.
You know what I'm assuming he did? I'll bet you he did it first, and then when we came back and there was more stuff, he just did it again.
Sure.
Wow. Well,
there you go.
Both. Good job.
Right on.
All right, next one.
All right, next one's gonna be for a set of Roost graphics. So
Yes,
Roost MX, so
Christina Denny, super close with Jacob. She's a team manager, a cycle trader, wants to help him out. They're going to do a custom set of graphics any way you want. You're just going to hit her up and let her know what you want, what bike, whatever. Dude, they're going to hook it up, custom graphics for what number?
We'll do number 87.
87. HB Morse.
That's
HB
Cole.
Morse.
Shout out to Cole.
Is that Cole?
OG.
Cole Morse wins the graphics.
Roost graphics.
All right, what do we got next?
The one that you're looking up. Let's do that one next because there's one more before that, but I want to make that one the last one.
Well, I'm still working on something.
Okay,
I'm in a
Is this really what I think it is right here? I just want to make sure because there's gonna be a lot of folks.
Yeah, okay, so this one's crazy, all right? Let me tell you all what's going on here. So Darkside, or no, I'm sorry, not Darkside, Cooksey's a psychopath. I still don't understand why he's doing this. He has a framed James Stewart jersey, okay? And he said he would give it. He says he's not a collector type guy. And I'm like, you have a James Stewart jersey framed. Like, what do you mean you're not a collector? What are you talking about, Cooksey? And he said no. He said he wants to help Jacob out. Cooksey's a good dude. So it's a signed James Stewart jersey coming to somebody right now. Which in reality, if you're talking just like legendary in value and whatever, this is it, right? This is the kahuna.
Yep.
So what number?
So you would think I would pick number 7, right? Because that should. But let's go 59 because he was 259. So we'll go 59.
Okay. All right, 59. You cool with that, Joe?
Yep.
59. Dustin Davis. Number 59.
Shout out to Dustin.
Nice.
You just got yourself a James Stewart jersey. That's insane. So there's just one left.
This one is actually, this is the last one. This is actually my favorite.
Okay.
Because I think this particular gift, or prize, I should say, is, dude, it's unique. It's something that everybody would want, right? Everybody, but not necessarily everybody would be able to afford it, right? Because they're pretty pricey, right?
Maybe. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Let me see.
Oh my goodness.
Which one?
This one. The one you're looking up. That one.
Yes. Is that the last one?
Yeah.
Okay, then we got to put it off because I'm waiting on a text back on that. I need
Lord.
I need a detail before I can do that one. I need a detail. We got one left. Well, Joe, let's take a break. We'll come back and do listener questions. We do have one more to give away. I'm just waiting for a text back. Okay?
All right.
Sorry, Dan. Dan's
Dude,
pissed
all these
'cause I just
people are going to be
ruined
like, da-da-da-da-da.
This
is cool. This is cool.
No, it is really cool. It is really cool. And again, I'm super thankful for everybody that contributed this stuff. And I'm super thankful for all you guys.
Oh,
for doing
no.
this.
Time out. We have another one. It's
What?
not on the list.
What?
Joe said he was going to donate something.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Joe?
And I'm going to hold Joe's feet to the fire.
Something in the bat cave. Something cool.
Yeah.
Where's the dead mouse? The first one. Where is he?
It's long gone.
Should I just pick something?
And what do we have in here, Joe? There's so much stuff.
So many things in here.
How about a half-drinking autographed bottle of Fireball?
Dude, that's exactly what I was looking
Joe,
at.
can we give that Fireball away?
Yes, we can.
Half filled?
Yeah.
You gonna sign it?
Yeah.
Okay, give one
We'll
more
all
away.
we'll all sign it.
All right, give one more. Pick a number.
All right, no, Joe picked. Joe's turn.
Let's go with 112.
Why?
I don't know.
Mason Los, you got a half bottle of Fireball coming your way.
Hold on a
Mason
second.
Los
Time out.
is of age.
I was going to say, what if Mason Los is 16 and we're sending him Fireball?
Not my problem. You shouldn't be on PayPal giving out money with your dad's credit card.
Oh, yeah. All right. Mason Los.
All right, Joe, let's take a break. We come back. We do have one more. When I get the text back, we'll fit it in, but we got some LQs to do, so let's do it.
Main event Moto.
Motoheads, do you want to stand out on and off the track? Make sure to check out Viral Moto for your jersey lettering and apparel needs. That's viralmoto.com.
Because having a blank jersey is about as bad as Vincent's golf game.
And when it's time to get a screen printing project done for your business or personal use, you have one choice. It's screenprintingdone.com.
Neil is the man. You know those Main Event Moto sweatshirts you're wearing? Yeah, Neil at Screen Printing Done did those.
You know that sick new Viral Moto shirt you're wearing? Yeah, Neil did those too.
We like to look good. That's why we choose Viral Moto and ScreenPrintingDone.com.
All American Chevrolet in Killeen, Texas is a proud supporter of Main Event Moto and invites all the Moto heads to experience the difference for all of your Chevy sales and service needs. Mention Main Event Moto and get 50% off your next oil change and a front end alignment at no charge. Remember, whether you're hauling your bikes to the weekend track, trail, or race, or commuting to the job that pays for your moto habit, we have the truck to get you there in style. Visit us online anytime at ChevyKilleen.com. That's all American Chevrolet of Killeen. Chevy, find new roads.
Main Event Moto Podcast.
And we are back, Joe. The listener questions are ready to go. These are your Adams and Sorello Prospect Goggle listener questions from Scott USA.
Oh, I heard Fox was sending you a cease and desist.
Well, when it shows up, we'll worry about it then. Because right now, I operate blindly. Just face forward, Joe. Right? Just keep moving forward.
That's right, buddy.
Moving forward. These are your Adam Cinciarello, not Fox, Scott USA Prospect Goggle listener questions. The best run the best in the mud. Simple as that, Dan. Sorry.
It's all right.
Heard Anderson's going to Scott too.
I did hear that too.
Yeah. So
that's kind of weird to me.
El hombre. Joe, let him rip.
First one comes from our boy Kobe Lenertz. He's saying, he's asking you if you're happy with the Cowboy season so far.
They won today. Did you see that? Stupid idiots. See, here's the thing, Joe. These teams, well, not these teams, just my dumb team, they suck so bad, right? It's just, they're garbage. They're 2-7. Wouldn't you just say, you know what? Let's just make sure we just stay at 2 wins and walk away with like an incredible draft pick, right? The season's lost. But no, they won today because they're idiots. And let's just move on.
You want to hear
idiots.
how bad I hate football and how bad I hate these professional sports at this moment?
I'd love to hear how much you hate them.
Dude,
I've been actually waiting all day, Joe, to hear how much Dan hates.
When I go to a restaurant and they have football on, I will not sit facing the TV.
Whoa.
Yeah. I don't even want to see it. I don't want to hear it.
Joe.
Dude,
what would that
I'm done.
What would
fed
that
up.
be for? Why would he? I mean, it's one thing to not like it, but to go out of your way and be that angry about it and turn away from it.
Maybe we could save this for the main show, Joe. Maybe I'll come on the main show and I'll just let loose.
Do you have a problem with it?
I would like to hear
Yeah.
about that.
I actually watched a bunch of games. The Colts-Packers game today. Good game. All right, next one. But yeah, Cowboys suck.
This will be interesting because as we're recording this right now, the Raiders are playing the Chiefs, and the Raiders are winning.
Are they?
Yeah, so we'll see what
Raiders
happens.
are sneaky good. They're a gritty team because they have a good coach.
JSN 411 is, if there was a main event moto team in 21, which riders would you sign in both 250 and 450?
Well, just since we have hired Dan to officially be our Instagram social media guy, I think we should let him
I
have
agree.
first dibs.
It's only fair.
What do we get to pick?
250 and 450.
So do they have to be, can it be anybody or somebody that is
Probably
an unsigned
active.
rider?
It's probably,
Yeah, no,
unsigned,
it's-
but active.
No, let's say
Somebody who
whatever
could
right
be
now.
active.
If you were running a team, you had one guy in a 450, one guy in a 250, who would you pick?
If I could pick anybody.
Yeah.
Adam Cincerillo on a 450
Okay.
and probably Jet Lawrence.
I think the Jet Lawrence one's probably a pretty easy one, right, Joe?
Yeah, I think so.
I think 450 you can go a number of different ways there, but obviously Dan's going to do what he's going to do. What do you do 450? Do you go?
Ooh,
What are we going for?
I
Are we
don't
going
know.
For,
I
going
could-
for titles? Are we going for?
roll my dice and piss everybody off and go with Dylon.
Dude.
It's for real. Joe has got there's something.
I can smell the
You know what's
burning
funny?
hate.
There's no hate here.
I sent DV a message the other day because he had some issues with his brakes on one of his project bikes, and he actually messaged me back.
DV?
I don't think he hates me
Why would he hate you?
because I don't like French people.
How would he know you don't like French people? Well,
Dude, he's heard this show.
Well, yeah, that's something else. I don't want. Okay, I got to bring up my brother real quickly. Vincent had surgery last week, and it didn't go well for him. I mean, actually, it went perfectly fine, but he's such a psychopath that he's literally like having anxiety attacks for whatever reason. So, best wishes to Vincent. But let's just say something really, really funny is going to be happening to Vincent here pretty soon from a rider. I just found out that a certain rider is not impressed with my brother and has decided to reach out for his address, which I gave it to him, and the rider's got something up his sleeve, and we'll be announcing it when it happens, but something really cool is about to happen to my brother. So, sorry, Vincent. Next one, Joe. Oh, actually, you got, who you go, Jet Lawrence and Dylan. You know what's crazy, I'm going to say? I go Kenny. I'm looking for the combination of, like, insane popularity and branding for my team and, like, win potential. He don't have the ship yet, right? But he's total package for me. So I go Kenny would be my pick on the team. All right?
Yeah.
All right, Joe. Next one.
CS Herman 48. Did Forkner pull the same chick twice? A lot of hearts going around social between the two.
Okay, so I've had at least 20 people DM me just screenshots and asking me this question. And Dan, I haven't been paying attention deliberately. Have you noticed? Is it gone lovey dovey on the
With what's her name?
yeah.
And Forkner?
Yeah, I just haven't been paying attention at all, but my DMs of everyone.
No, I haven't. The only thing I've seen is like apparently Mathis and Forkner have got some beef right now.
Why?
I don't know, some shit that Steve said, I guess.
About
Rubbed him
Forkner?
wrong, yeah.
Oh, it was probably politics. It had to have been politics. Yeah, because I think Forkner's pretty outspoken on his social media. All right, yeah, I don't know the answer to that, but maybe it seems
If
like
he
everybody seems to be all over that. So I'm the wrong one to ask that. Hit up Hobo Nick. I'm sure he knows all about whatever Forkner and his chick got.
That
going
might
on.
be the worst thing for him
What's that?
to hook back up with that chick.
I
think he needs to
try not to do
focus.
personal life stuff. I'll stay out of this one, but I don't. I mean, man's gonna love.
I mean,
who
I
he
wouldn't
loves.
kick her out of bed for eating Cheetos. I mean, I can't blame the guy, but
Okay, well, I'd
I'd want to win Supercross titles too.
Maybe he pulls off both.
Yeah,
Maybe he pulls off both. It's almost had it 2 years in a row. Maybe this year's the year. I think it is. But next one, Joe.
MX207 Billy got a chance to work with Jacob Hayes a few years ago as his, quote, doctor. He's an awesome dude, and I'm hoping he makes a full recovery.
He did quote unquote doctor.
Yeah.
What do you think that means?
I don't know.
Maybe he was a
Butthole stuff?
That's not where I was going at all.
maybe he
But
was maybe he was his pharmacist.
pharmacist. I don't know, but I have to ask Jacob who this guy is because apparently it's his quote unquote doctor. Maybe he was the first doctor that put the plate in all wrong. Maybe. Next one.
OG, Mountain Man 48. Mountain Man, dude. You know what I found out about Mountain Man recently?
Not from the mountains.
He lives in an area that has no mountains. But he's a cool dude.
So why does he call himself Mountain Man?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Can you find out?
Maybe he's an urban mountain man.
I didn't want to dive into the personal stuff, you know?
Joe, we're going to need more details.
Just don't look at me like that when you say that. Don't do that.
Mountain Man says, "What's up, bad bros? How's life?"
Life's good.
Life's real
How's life
good.
for you, Joe?
Life's real good.
Is life good? I mean, in general, I haven't spoken to you about life. What's life like?
Life's great right now.
Got a new truck.
Can't complain.
Sick. Dan, how's life?
Dude, life is bitching right now, honestly.
It is pretty cool. You know what's weird?
It is.
If you, depends on how you look at things. You know how there's the old saying, a glass can be half empty or half full? It can be both. Two things can be true at the same time. Dude, the world's weird right now. It's pretty shitty out there, but
I like
life's
to look at it
good at the same time. Like, I've had more time with my family than I've ever had. Dude, kids are doing great. School is not going very well for them.
I don't think it's going any good for anybody.
I know, but life is good, and life is out of control right now at the same time, and that's where I'm at.
For me, it's
happy.
like it's unfortunately with my business, my franchise, what happened and everything else, dude. I sometimes blessings are in disguise, and that's the way I'm looking at it. Because I will tell you, right now I have no stress in my life. I'm able to enjoy my family, and dude, things are really good. Dude, my daughter's off the training wheels on the PW.
Yep.
I've been spending more time with her working on that, and yeah, dude, things are good.
Damn,
except
it's all
for
good
Daniel
then.
causing me to go to the hospital last week.
Yeah, it was my fault that you fell over in a corner.
Yeah, because you said my bike was too clean. 3 laps later, I'm freaking full of mud and pissing
Upside
blood.
down and in the hospital and peeing blood, Joe. You're fine though now, right?
Yeah, I'm sore still, but yeah, I'm good.
Have you ridden since?
I
No, I know you
I'm
didn't.
not-
Don't talk about it.
I'm not
I know,
even talking about it.
Because Mama said, you can't say something nice. Don't say nothing at all, right, Dan?
Yep.
All right, let's move on. Next question.
KLE Sath 93. Why does Cowie suck and not support any smaller teams?
That one's for you, Dan.
I know, I read that one. I mean, I agree with you 100%. I wouldn't go as far as saying Cowie sucks because that's the number one bike on the track. Look at AC and look at Tomac. But I do agree. I think that they need to get another a satellite team, more like the Rocky Mountain team.
Or like Smart Top.
Yeah, invest some money instead of, I'm sorry, I love A-Ray and stuff, but,
Yeah,
we need some bikes that are going to finish in the top 10. We need to have some presence on the track.
A Smart Top or a Rocky Mountain.
Yes.
You just need one of them.
Yeah, they need bikes on the track, plain and simple. Probably from their standpoint is they're paying Tomac and Adam a ton of money. They may not have the budget for it. That's probably the main reason. And their two guys are running 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2 or 1, 3. They're podium guys.
Yeah. You're getting two guys on the podium on multiple days and nights. So I get it.
But on another point, manufacturers like to see bikes on the track, and they're not always, like right now we're watching 4th and 5th place, a Honda and a KTM, so they're not always on the front runners. Sometimes they're at 7th, 8th, 9th place or whatever. We need to see Cowies there.
Yeah. I agree. So yeah, Joe, that's why Cowies suck. All right, next one. Dan just spelled it all out and you nailed it. You're 100% right. They do suck.
Driss K. Rawl says, hang on a second, the phone messed up. He says, at producer Joe Gallo, if possible, I want to see Daniel ride like a new edit from the present. Also, Daniel, what your Supercross could I YouTube to watch you race? I'm sure you've said it before. Cheers from Australia. Aussie.
I had a friend hit me up the other day and say they searched my name on YouTube. And the first thing that came up was Daniel Blair Crash. And y'all need to go watch this video. It's pretty bad. This is like 2011 or 2012 Arena Cross. And it is my claim to fame on the internet. There is a video of me getting my face smashed into the ground at an Arena Cross. So yeah, go check that out. So if you want to see that, and if you want to see a current edit, you won't.
So hold on a second here.
What?
You guys appointed me as the social media director of Main Event Moto.
That's right.
And we're going to need some content from Daniel Blair.
There is none.
Joe?
You can go find it yourself. I'm
It's
not
not a bad
contributing to
idea.
that.
I think so.
It's-
The Motoheads want it. We have to deliver.
Give the people what they want.
I do actually think I want to ride soon, Dan.
Okay,
In fact, you going to Riverfront Tuesday?
possibly.
If I bring
See
my
it.
gear, can I ride?
Yeah, my ribs are good. Yeah.
I'm going to
Do I need to
shred.
put? No, I was gonna say, do I need to put different graphics on it, or
Yeah,
like,
I will.
just
I will
plastic
shred
on it?
them right off your side plate
Okay.
on the first ride.
Well, thank you
when
for letting
when I
me
rode
know.
for Geico, they said that I went through more number plate graphics than like any other rider for the entire year, and I was only on there for 6 weeks. They were having to change them like 3 times a day. I rip graphics off the side of bikes. I hold on super tight, and I will tear your Cowie 450 to pieces in 3 laps.
I have. You know what?
So put something crappy on the side.
I got a little something for you. Don't worry.
Okay. All right. I'm riding Tuesday.
This is
everybody.
gonna be good, Joe.
I'm riding Tuesday, and
better
our new
record it.
social media director will post the evidence on our Instagram on Tuesday night. And let me tell you right now, it's going to look good. I haven't lost it. I'll tell you that right now. I rode Evan's KX85 a couple weeks ago at a birthday party. I could win Loretta's in the 85 class if I had about 2 weeks to get ready. I really could. A nice,
Well,
big,
since you're almost 40 years
high
old,
bars.
that's probably not going to happen.
It should. They should allow it. They should just do a one-off and let me race the kids. I'll show them what's up. Dude, they wouldn't even know I'm out. Well, they'd think that's the thickest kid in the class. Because height-wise, I think I'm probably shorter than half the kids in the super mini class. But I'm riding Tuesday. I'm doing it, Dan. I'm committed.
All right, as
next one.
long as my ribs are good, we're riding.
Okay, next one.
GP Moto. This is an OG Motohead over on the main show. We call him Canada Jeff. Bat Bros, what up? He says,
What up?
In previous episodes, you guys had to pick to be a media guy for a team. I can't remember if you said factory team or not. If not, wouldn't you pick SGB Cowie? The Rod Bell A-Ray antics would be all time, I'm sure. Laughing face emoji. Keep up the good work, boys.
Well, Dan wouldn't.
Then he says hashtag piss shit face.
Oh,
We haven't seen that in a while. There it is.
bring that out just for you. Dan, if you could be the social media director for any one of the teams where you had unlimited access to the riders, which team would it be?
Dude,
Don't say Cowie because, dude, that would not be fun.
no, it'd be HRC with Roxon and Jet Lawrence.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean,
forgot.
dude, the kid hung from the rafters at the Geico building at the race
he
shop.
did more than that.
He does crazy stuff.
Hey, when he's a little bit older and like he's whatever, and he's an established star, and we could like say a little bit more about him without it like ruining him. I got a couple funny stories I've heard about him, but we'll save them for when he's a little bit older because he's funnier than you all even know. He's done some stuff that makes me really laugh, and I just don't know if he's a minor. I don't want to talk about him. So let's move on, but we'll save that story for another day. Joe, next one.
Bryson PO4. Why doesn't KTM pick up Ty Masterpool for the other coast of Max? He's on one on his IG right now.
Did you see that?
what?
Masterpool on a KTM just going through this rut like with no respect
Yes.
whatsoever.
It's sickening.
I know. And to that question, he doesn't have his Supercross points.
Who?
Masterpool. So right now at Mini O's, Max Volan's there because Mini Olympics in Florida, Amateur National, is the last futures race for 2020 to get your license for 21. They're taking the top 20 in the A class and the Pro Sport class. They're like letting 40 dudes in because everyone got kind of, half the field got hosed last year with, no futures at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So Max Volan is there. Nate Thrasher is there. Like, there's a lot of pros, and I heard Masterpool was going to be there. Some of you are hearing this now, and you're like, yeah, he's there, dummy. Well, I haven't looked. But I think Masterpool is supposed to be there. But he was on a KTM in this video, and I was even wondering, like, what is the reasoning behind that? And my question is, why wouldn't KTM do that? What is the problem? What's the explain to me the financial problem with throwing on Ty Masterpool as another rider on your team. You only have one 250 rider. Mm-hmm. It's not like the dude isn't beyond sick on outdoor and probably a work in progress on indoor stuff. That's whatever. But why wouldn't they at least hire him for outdoors?
Maybe they will.
I mean, yeah.
But does Masterpool want? Does he have any interest in riding Supercross?
Yeah,
because
apparently he tried out for PC on Super.
Because remember there for a long time he had no interest.
That was the word. The
Supercross.
word was they didn't really want to do it, but then I heard that wasn't true. But then I kind of heard, yeah, it is.
If you want to know financially why KTM can't do it, I don't think there's any reason why they can't do it. They've got more money than freaking God.
Okay, but then if it's you, aren't you looking at Ty Masterpool and being like, dude, I would hire him right now for an outdoor only deal. Go get ready for outdoor. The kid is he led Redbud this year for how long? And he's just out there with no deal. It's just confusing.
Again, Daniel, it could be KTM doesn't know what's going to happen in our world. Are we going to be able to have outdoors next year? Are we going to have 12 rounds? Are we going to have, what is outdoors really going to look like? Are we going to have fans? I mean, there's so much unknown that
Watch this replay, you guys. This is amazing camera work right here. Just out of nowhere. Whoop.
That's when Bowers
at Oakland.
Just boom.
I can't believe he walked away from that.
What a crazy angle. The camera was just right there on it. It was perfect.
That is like one of the worst crashes I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was rough.
Dang.
I think they should.
I know what you're saying, and I'm not going to disagree that we're in really weird times. I mean, even do you know what next week's going to bring? I don't. Do you honestly feel comfortable that next week's going to be just normal? I don't.
I do, buddy. Fast forward to the end. God wins.
Okay.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Joe. But at the same time, we still have a month and a week, Joe. And I said aliens were coming this year.
I said aliens are coming.
I agreed with you that you said aliens are coming this year, and we still have time. 6 weeks.
Technically, they did with the release of all that info.
That wasn't enough.
But I
want to see one walking around.
We need
I want to see one at
We need
Denny's,
the visit.
Chilling. Next one.
Anthony Rodriguez 209 says, "Let's be real. Y'all think Tomac would have been more successful on Honda?"
No.
Knew that. I mean. Good question.
Look at the look on his face, Joe.
What defines successful? There's nobody that's won more races than him in the last freaking 3 or 4 years.
Hey, so actually, I just did the, Supercross does the preview show every year. That's right before the season starts. It's on NBC, all that kind of stuff, right? Well, I did my interview with them last week. And then they take little pieces of a lot of people's thoughts and put together this sick video. Well, I want to do a little research on Tomac before, so I had just some little nuggets. And, dude, he has won 30 in the last 4 years. He's won 30 out of the 68 mains. That's 44%.
Dude, that's insane.
That's insane. I knew it was a lot, but dude, almost half. He's won almost half in the last 4 years. I don't know where to take that question, Joe, other than when he was on the Honda, he was just, this young rookie 450 kid. He kind of came out, was beasting all over. But it's hard to say, really, that it would be better. I mean, he's won 3 outdoor titles, a Supercross title, more wins than anybody in the last 4 years. So it's really hard to say that. I just mainly wanted to see Dan get frustrated, so and it worked. Next one.
Austin Cosimer said, "How can we uncover the truth about the Rocky Mountain Baggett split? The explanation, unable to agree on contract terms, is unacceptable."
That's the public thing, right? Unable to agree on terms. Is that Dan? That's kind of like the statement.
Yeah.
But from what I thought I'd heard, he was already under terms, isn't he? He's supposed to be already under contract.
He's already under contract.
So what's that mean? How are you unable to come to terms with something that you've already come to terms on?
Here's the only way, right? Is if he didn't get paid from the previous terms that were already set in place. I mean, if you don't get paid to go to work, are you going to go to work next week? I mean, that really is the only reason why you wouldn't continue to ride for the team is if you weren't getting paid.
Yeah.
And if he's not getting paid and he's got some medical issues going on with his hand, why even put your name in the bucket?
I mean, like I said, it's not fair to go into details that we don't understand. But if that is kind of all true, then you have one guy who's wanting to get paid, and you have a team that's dealing with a rider who's got an injury and maybe can't ride. I mean, it just it's kind of look. This sport's pretty rad, but there is ugly little sides to it that pop up here and there from all kinds of angles. This isn't just like a team rider thing only. There's all kinds of silly little things out there that everything has its warts. We're just kind of seeing one of those
Here's what everybody has to understand is when they look at these teams, especially these privately owned teams, Rocky Mountain, they got a lot of money. It's a big company, this and that, whatever. It's not Rocky Mountain. Rocky Mountain cuts a check, and then it's up to the team owners and managers and whoever else to divvy out the funds, right? And, sometimes when you've got a pocket full of $100 bills, you're apt to spend them, right? Maybe not in the right spot. And the next thing you know, you don't have the money to make your mortgage. And that could be what happened here.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Don't know enough details, and the digging that I did, everybody's being a little bit hushy hush hush. So usually when that's the case, it's because
there's money involved.
Or it's worse than you think. So whatever. We'll leave it alone for now. It'll come out, I'm sure. Joe, what we got next?
2020 Supercross predictions. Who deserved a factory ride more? Amart, Hart Raft, or Drake?
Man, you can make the case for all three. Drake's young, he's fast, he's shown some flashes. He's, Hart Raft to me is, dude, he had 3 podiums this year, 2 in Supercross, 1 in outdoor. On his first year on a factory team, seems to me kind of crappy that he would not be back. Or not saying back, but not somewhere. That's a really odd one to me. But I know he has a landing spot now. He's moving to the 450 class on a yellow bike. I don't want to jump the press release, even though I think everybody kind of knows, but I don't think it would be fair for me to do that. So, but I'm happy for Brandon, and I think he's going to be okay. And then Amart, what do you say about Amart? He's Amart. Like, you know what you're going to get from him, which is insane outdoors and, some good Supercross here and there. He's going to struggle there a little bit, but I don't know, Joe. What do you do if you're a team? Do you go to the old guy who's going to kill it for you outdoors? Do you go with Heartthrob, who's 21 years old and kind of broke out a little bit this year? Or do you go with Drake, who showed some speed but really never showed much else, but you think maybe there's more there? What do you do?
Yeah, that's a tough one. I probably have to go with that gangster psycho beast, Amart.
So I think I'd go with Hart Raft. I think there's more of an uptick there.
See, that's my big question too. When you're making a decision on this kind of stuff, I'm not going to say the Shimoda deal is bad for Pro Circuit, but he gets it over Masterpole, right? Which one of them, if you're just talking about being up front, which one of them do you think in a year, Supercross and outdoor combined, is going to get you up front the most on television? Because I don't think either one of them is going to go and win you a title or win you any races or whatever. So you're kind of looking for a flash, right? Which one of them is going to give you a flash at some point? Masterpole, right? Outdoor, he led Red Bud. You would think that he's going to give you more outdoor than indoor, and he'll give you enough indoor to get by. Where Shimoda is just going to be solid as a rock. You might not see him all year, but he's going to be pretty solid all year. It's kind of one of those things. Amart, dude, on outdoors, he's going to do some crazy stuff. He's going to maybe win a moto or two. Where Hart Raff, I don't know if I see that, but I see him being way more of a rock, probably a little bit better indoor and a little off outdoor compared to Alex. It's just, I guess, which method do you want to go? Do you want to get a guy gets you on TV, or do you want to go with the guy that's going to just be there all year and knock it out? So I don't know.
It just really depends on what you're trying to accomplish.
It's a really good question. In fact, can I pick a gift card winner?
Hell yeah.
I'm going to give it to that guy. Who was it? It's just a good question.
Supercross predictions.
I love questions where there's no real right or wrong answer because it's just opinion based. That's a good question. Yeah. Nobody's right or wrong on that. So, who was it?
2020 Supercross predictions.
Hit me up. You get a gift card from motosport.com, $100. Hit me up. DM me. Next one.
Their Alco 611 says, with JGR folding and Suzuki's only team being HP, does this make the 7 Deuce Deuce a factory rider?
I don't know how that...
No.
I really don't know what happens there. In fact, I'll have to kind of wait and see what it all actually looks like when it's all done. You know what I mean? Is HEP now the official factory Suzuki team, or are they the same? I don't know. I don't know.
I think it'd be the same.
I would think so too, but at the same time, if there's some budget floating around there, maybe it heads their way now. It gives them a little bit of a boost if they're the only representation on the track. So it might be a good thing for them. JGR going down might give them the ability to step it up this year and then build again next year and build up. That team's been doing that.
Have you heard anything on the BarX Suzuki team? Is that developing still, or is that kind of been...
I haven't heard anything than before what we've talked about. Just, I think they're doing a team with that Schwartz kid, and I think maybe Drake's on that. I thought Mumford was maybe going to be on that, but now is Michael Lindsay having a team again?
Mumford's on, yeah.
But I thought Michael Lindsay was doing an amateur team now. Isn't he at Mini O's?
No, he may be. Yeah, he is. He's going to be heading off the amateur program with Honda, and then he's going to have Mumford as well as just one rider. It's going to be Mumford.
West Coast there's really no coast. You're not. The whole series is inland, pretty much, except for Daytona. So, wow. Okay, cool. I didn't know what they were finalized over there. So I knew he was doing something with amateurs, though. So, okay, next one.
OG Motohead Eddie Neva official. How long until Sherco or TM becomes the blue KTM?
So I did the enduro cross, right? That Cody Webb.
Yeah.
He went to Sherco. Dude, he's a pretty cool dude. I like him a lot. He, he was on a 2-stroke all off season. Then he got on a 300, whatever. And he says the bikes are pretty trick. Like they're actually like not that bad.
Yeah.
They kind of have some cool things about them. They kind of have a little bit of a cool history. When do they become a blue? When is Sherco a blue KTM? For real. I mean,
Yeah.
when they bought Husky, you're like, wait, what? And now it's like, who's next?
I will say,
And they're not going to go buy one of the Japanese manufactured brands. It's going to be Sherco. They're based out of France. Dude, I wouldn't be surprised. Dude, honestly, that question is hilarious because it could happen. It could seriously happen. I'm not putting a hard no on KTM buying anything anymore. Like, they'll buy whatever's out there. Beta next. Who knows?
part of the new gas is badass. I'm a fan.
I'm not going to lie.
Barcia's,
My buddy Chris got a little one, a gas 65.
yeah.
It is the coolest looking 65 I've ever seen in my
Yeah.
life. It is. And I hate it because I don't like the name gas. Y'all know. But at the same time, the bike looks so damn rad. I can't speak negatively.
Barcia's TLD bike is probably the sickest bike I've seen so
and
far this
TLD
year.
is going to look good always just because they always do crazy color.
Yeah.
They're really out there like that. So they're gonna go off this year with that team, and it's gonna look good. It's gonna look good. Joe, next one.
Shane Whitaker, 25. Irrelevant, but crazy to think if Roxon never crashed in 2017, he'd be a 4-time champ right now, like Poto. Crazy how incidents like that change history.
So I know Dan's not going to agree with this. That's totally fine, but I do firmly I firmly believe this isn't a prediction thing, because you guys all know I make the dumbest predictions ever because I just don't think them through. But I will evaluate the situation, and I am not afraid to say it, Joe. Barring another crazy, weird injury, whatever, but if Roxon would have not had that happen, I think so many things look different right now in the sport. It's unbelievable, and I think he probably won 4 in a row. I really do, because I think before the injury, he was better than anybody on the planet at all. Anybody. And I know you are going to have a hard time with that.
I like Kenny. I'd agree with that.
Maybe not as hardcore as I am, but you got to agree he probably won a couple,
Yeah.
if not 3, maybe even 4 of those titles. He was on his way to being something different.
I agree.
The start of that season was...
The next guy like that is Jet Lawrence.
I'm hearing some things.
Stamp it.
I'm hearing some things. I mean, do you guys remember what he looked like last year as a kid who didn't really know what he was doing? Kind of knows what he's doing now.
He actually, to me, never looked like he didn't know what he was doing.
The first 2 rounds...
That was the craziest thing.
Now, he was scaring me at the first couple because he was like so talented, but like,
Yeah.
oof, like
That was fun.
scary. It was. Joe, I'm hearing things. That's all I'm saying. I'm hearing that I'm hearing he is ready to go. That's what I'm hearing. And I'm hearing his program is very, very good, and he's pretty dialed. So my thoughts on him are evolving as we speak. Next one.
Last 3, boys.
Ooh, let's rip through them. Podium.
Va 450, sup, fellas.
What's up?
Mad love for Jacob. Get better soon, bro. Did Ken and Chase have a falling out?
I don't think there was a falling out as much as I think just Chase had the opportunity to do what he's doing now with Stu, and he kind of moved over there. So I don't think it's a falling out as much as it's an opportunity that, the club broke up a little bit.
Yeah.
That's all. I don't think there's anything bad whatsoever.
Adam's been riding there too.
Adam has too. I'm curious about that one.
Va 450's got a couple of little minor questions. He says, how long
So yeah, but
till
no,
Kenny
I
hangs
haven't
it up?
heard. I haven't heard anything like that. Dan, have you?
I haven't, no.
Okay, yeah. So nothing. Just he's riding at Stu's because he can. I think that's it. Okay, Joe.
He says, how long till Kenny hangs it up?
I think
What's
this
he
is
got?
I think this is last year.
This one, I think he's got 2 more years on his deal.
He does.
I thought he did.
Yeah. I believe he does, but dude,
more
I don't,
Here. I'll make a prediction again. This isn't off my feelings, which are always screwed up and all over the place. This is just what I've heard. Kind of. I think Eli's got 1 more year and he's done, and I think Kenny's got 2 more years and he's done.
see, I thought Eli wanted to go. Eli said he had a couple more years left in him. He made that comment into Supercross.
He did.
So
He did. But I've
I've
heard other comments.
I think if Kenny has the issues that he had last year with the sickness and the fatigue and things like that, I don't think he will continue.
Actually, you're probably right. If that's still an issue, Joe, probably this is the last year. I don't see him going through that again and then going into another offseason. So if that's still a problem, I could see it being the last year. But if that's not a problem and he actually gets through this year okay, I think he'll do the last 2.
This is the last part of his question, and it's interesting. Is Kenny scared to be number 2 behind the rookie on the team?
I don't think so. Like an ego thing?
Could be.
I'm trying to think of how Kenny is. Kind of don't know if he's as much like that. I don't know. That's what. Who knows? He's always been kind of the man. You know what I mean? Other than when he was just starting at KTM.
Yeah, I can't
when
see
he
him
was
being
at
like
KTM,
that.
he was young, kind of like the kid, whatever. But he's always been kind of the man. But I don't know. He doesn't.
I think
I don't
more.
think so.
I
mean,
think
who knows? If Chase
Yeah.
comes out and is the points leader after round 5, then yeah, probably.
But again, I still think that it's this fatigue thing or this sickness thing or whatever he has going on, because I still think Ken Roczen is better than Chase Sexton.
Yeah.
A healthy Ken Roczen
Exactly.
is still better than Chase Sexton.
Y'all know I'm high on Chase, but here's the deal. If these guys are all 100% whatever, Kenny is like a title favorite. And Chase at best he's a wild card. He's a dark horse.
Mm-hmm.
So in reality, as they sit right now, Kenny is the man on that team. But at the same time, I think we all know how things work and how things change and how things develop. And there's no way that I'm going to sit here today and say that Chase Sexton is going to be the number 2 at the end. That could change. It could change because, I mean, he's healthy. He's 100% healthy.
Dude,
He's
Roczen,
we'll see.
Kenny has to know. I mean, dude, his day's coming to an end also. He's on the backside of the window.
To answer your question, Joe, I've never seen that type of personality in him. So I don't know if I see that happening. Unless we get into it, and then if it happens in real time. I have no foresight on that whatsoever. So next one.
OG Eddie Nava comes back with another question. He says, if there was a team cup, who would win out of these guys? Tomac Cianciarillo.
Yep, one. Stamp it.
Go ahead, Joe.
Webb Muscan. Roczen Sexton. Plessinger Ferrandis. Plessinger Ferrandis all day.
Joe is loyal to the day he DIEs, right, Joe?
He is.
Either that one or Webb Muscan.
I would say it's pretty close with the other ones. You're going to probably have to go AC Tomac, but Webb and Muscan are right there. And the one they left out is Osborne Anderson. I'll put them not far off that either. So, but no, it's the Cowies.
Have you seen videos of Ferrandis riding?
I've seen 2 Instagram videos so far, and both I didn't think looked very great. But
okay, I just want to make sure this wasn't me.
But I'm not going to judge that, because I also see Instagram videos of guys I've never heard of that ride their own track faster than anyone I've ever seen in the planet. I don't care. Instagram doesn't ever tell the true story. But if I am being honest,
Just
Dan,
based on what you saw,
the 2 videos I saw, he did not look great.
Joe, what do you think?
Think about this from a strategic standpoint.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Wouldn't it be better
You're starting to sound like Dan with Cowie.
to have your opponents underestimate you and they see these videos, they're like, oh, this guy doesn't look good. He's not going to be a problem. And then you get out there and you are a significant problem.
Yeah,
I mean,
strategic.
Why would you want to post, all of your moves?
Just shredding,
Yeah,
because then maybe you're intimidating the competition.
I suppose. Yeah, or you're
It's a good
giving, or
idea.
you're letting them know the barometer.
That's a good idea. Like 2 years from now, when Evan's super fast, I'm going to post old videos of him just slow falling over, which, by the way, went to DT1 the other day. He fell in the same corner 3 times. There was nothing wrong with the corner. He just fell 3 times in the same corner. 2 of them were 2 laps in a row for no reason. When I asked him why, he had no idea why. And I was so frustrated, and he was having a little bit of a hard time picking up his bike. I walked over there really, really slow the 3rd time, because it was pretty far, and he needed help getting up, Joe. He's having a hard time picking up the bike when it's at odd angles. The 3rd time, I did the slowest walk of shame of all time and made him sit there and wait. Because the first 2, I ran to him. I ran there. So the 3rd one, I walked and made him stand there embarrassed, because it was embarrassing. Fell in the same corner 3 times in front of everybody. Anyways, next one.
Last one. The real JCC428. What is the 2021 Dumbass Bass Award going to be? And will we have an award ceremony for the 2020 trophy?
I think we do the award ceremony on our preview show when we make the predictions for next year's Dumbass Bass.
Yep.
And we don't really have a game figured out for next year. We need to do one, though, right? We need to do something creative. In fact, I'll put it on you Motoheads. DM the Main Event Moto Instagram page that Dan now runs with your ideas for our internal competition for the Dumbass Bass Award of 2021 Supercross. Come up with something crazy creative. Not a lot of work because we don't want to have to keep crazy track of weird points. Come up with a really creative way for our internal posse to knock out the Dumbass Bass for 21. Dan, you on that? You
I'm
ready
good.
for that?
Yep.
Okay.
Bring it.
Joe, is that it?
Hell yeah.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
2 things, actually. One being, who won the fantasy thing that you had?
Oh, our private league?
Yeah.
I did.
So I owe you $20.
Yeah, but I decided not to make everyone pay because I look.
Why?
Because I was a commissioner. I was a
Hold
commissioner.
on.
Look, we had 20 people in the league.
Fraud.
Joe.
Fraud
Dominion.
alert.
No,
Dominion.
Fraud
no,
alert.
bullshit. Listen, there was 20 people in the league. I was a commissioner. I won easily. You guys all were pathetic at it, and I feel bad taking your guys' money because I think you guys think that I cheated. I didn't cheat.
Here's the thing,
I don't
Joe.
even want the money.
Glitches.
I won. There was no glitches.
So you just want the pride?
Oh, there weren't any glitches?
Nope. And the votes were not counted in a foreign country.
And then the second one, we're going to do fantasy again, right?
Something.
Another league for this year?
That one was really hard for me.
Yeah, let's not
Nah.
do something so difficult, but let's just figure out something cool.
Yeah,
That's
we
it.
will.
DM the Main Event Moto Instagram and give us some good ideas on what we should do for fantasy. Probably, you want to do it on Pulp MX still, or?
Probably. I mean, I don't know. That's the thing is I don't know what else to do or what to set up. I don't know. I'm willing to listen to ideas.
Okay.
What that? I'm willing to listen to ideas. So send them to Dan. Dan will relay them to us. Joe, we're doing this.
Did we ever hear back on that mystery giveday thing? You were waiting
Oh,
to hear
I never
back?
got a text back. No, so I'll have to do it.
Do it next week.
To do it
thing,
next show.
Yeah.
There's one more prize for y'all. I'm gonna leave my names and lists here. And next show, which will probably be in a couple weeks, right? I think we're taking 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sorry guys, a couple weeks off, but when we come back, we'll give away one more thing.
Do we want to tell them what it is or no?
No, because that's the thing is I know what it is, but I don't know the details about it. I need to get it right. I'm not gonna say
It's
the wrong thing.
really cool.
I know it is. It's very, very cool. Anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah, no. Joe? No?
Have a happy Thanksgiving, Motoheads. We love you all.
All right.
Hell
Fly
yeah.
Racing, Mika Metals. Thank you guys. No Toil, EMT Racing, Viral Moto, Old Me Creations, Motorsport.com, All American Chevy of Killeen, Screen Printing Done. Neil, what's up? Guts Racing, Scott USA, DRS Suspension, Race Tech. Thank you guys. Blenzall. Oh, you know I love you. Episode 181. It was a good one. Glad Jacob's doing okay. Gave away some cool stuff. Dan, you're officially hired.
Nice.
You're in, what's it called, though, when you're, temporary?
Probation.
Probationary period?
Yeah.
Dude,
Probationary
every time
period.
Joe moves his foot over there, I think it's that goddamn rat.
It's not. He said he killed it.
buddy.
I know, but,
And Joe, you're going to need to get that
Don't
fireball
be scared.
down from the shelf.
Don't be
'cause we got to
scared.
give it to somebody. Somebody won it.
Hey, Joe,
Yeah.
can we go break in the new pickup?
Hell yeah. Let's go do some
some
donuts.
I want to go
Yeah.
too. Let's go.
Main event motor. Screw it. You know it by now.